You gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty. You know I try, but I don't do too well with apologies. I hope I don't run out of time, cause someone call a referee. Cause I just need one more shot, have forgiveness. I know you know that I made those mistakes maybe once or twice. And by once or twice, I mean maybe a couple of 100 times. So let me redeem or myself tonight. Cause I just need one more shot, second chances. Yeah. Is it too late now to say sorry? Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now? I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now? I'll take every single piece of the blame if you want me to. But you know that there is no innocent one in this game for two.
Here we go.
I'll go, and then you go out and spill the truth. But can we both say the words and forget this? Yeah, is it too late now to say sorry? Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now? I'm not just trying to get you back on me. Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now? I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now?
It is.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now?
Under another sky, gonna be with you, and no one's gonna be around. If you think that you won't fall, well, just wait till the sun goes down. Underneath the starlight, there's a magical feeling so right. It will steal your heart tonight. You can try to resist, try to hide from my kiss, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You'll surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. It's gonna get to your heart. There's no escape from love. Once the gentle breeze weaves its spell upon your heart. No matter what you think, it won't be too long till you're in my arms. Underneath the starlight, we'll be lost in the rhythm so you know, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. No, matter what you do, the night is gonna get to you. Underneath the starlight, there's a magical feeling so right. Here will steal your heart tonight. You can try, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. You can try to resist my kiss, but you don't you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. It's gonna get to your heart.
Okay, we got one more. This a goodie. I know y'all know this. Uh-huh. Y'all know this.
Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for this girl to bring my daughter back. They went to the mall or something. Yo, well, Nokia and Jazz is on the Baltimore bus with Reggie Ray.
Uh-huh. I'll be down.
So Wood's gonna fly in. Yeah, man. I'm not even thinking about it.
I'll be downstairs.
Hold on, bro. Wondering. Wait a minute. Hold on, dog. What's up?
What's this?
Oh, hell.
This thing right here
Oh, hell.
is letting all the ladies know what guys talk about. You know, the finer things in life. Check it out. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. You know I never handle it. So you're shaking that thing like who's the ish? With a look in your eyes so devilish. You like to dance on the hip hop spots. You cruise to the cruise like connect the dots. Not just urban, she liked the pop. Cause she was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Guys like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. She had dumps like a truck. Guys like what? All night long. Let me see that thong.
Get it, baby.
Baby, that thong. I like it when the beat goes. Baby, make it booty go. That thong. That girl's so scandalous. No one ever handle it. And she's shaking that thing like who's the ish? With a look in the eye so devilish. She like to dance to the hip hop spots. She grew to the cruise to connect the dots. Not just urban, she liked the pop. Cause she was living la vida loca. She had jumps like a truck. Guys like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I sing it again. She had jumps like a truck. Guys like all night long. Let me see that thong. Baby, that thong. I like it when the beat go. Baby, make your booty go. That thong, yeah. Come on, baby. That thong, said I. That thong.
So scandalous, swear to me, handle it. She's shaking that thing like who's the kid? I'm so devilish. You like to dance on the hip hop spots. You cruise to the cruise to connect the dots. Not just urban, you like the pop.
You was living the beat loca.
She had
That's what Ricky said.
That's like what?
Hey.
Come on. Baby, that's all. I said I like the way. Baby, listen, said I like the way. I don't think you heard me. Said I like the way you move that thing. I see you flying, dancing nails. Your thighs unique. Your feet. Oh, please tell me, baby. Oh, all right.
What all the men sing to me? They gonna see my phone. I can't help it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Loudmouth Fuzzy. I'm your host, and yes, I am. And so nice to see all my beautiful people up in here. Yes, it is. Now I'm gonna say hello to all my members because we got that membership perk going on in here. Let me see who's all up in here. Hold on. Scrolling. Rusty, you the first one in there, boo. Good to see you, honey. We got Buckets in here. We got Dragons up in here. We got Just Shadella's in here. We got Alex in the Vader. Hello. We got Cachette's in the house. Stacy. We got Plum is in here too. My ass is Dragons in here. Oh my stars, Miss Abernatha. Hello. We got None of Your Beeswax. Hello. Hello. We got Joyfully Baby Girl. Young Black Economist. Hello. All right. I'm trying to get all of y'all. Jamie Cook. Hello. We got Kyla's in the Fashizi Habo. Okay, good to see you, honey. We got Twana's in here. We got David's in the fish. Oh, he done made it on time. Oh, it must be my lucky day. Oh, yeah. It's good to see you, Bookie. We got Stormers in the house. Hello, my VIP Bookie. Good to see you, honey. We got... I know I saw Charlene in here. I'm going to say hi to Charlene. Hi, Bookie. Good to see you, honey. We got Tarvi is in here. We got the Wild Chaos is in the Fashiza. Fluffles. Lily. Steven's in the hands. We got Vicious's in here. We got Ravens in here. I know I didn't get everybody. I just have that feeling. Hi. Let me see. I'm still scrolling. Danny, did I say hello to you? Hobbo. We got Cunt Drunk. Hello. Frack Skull, hello. Oh, my stars. Look at all my beautiful people up in the machine. All right. Caitlin, hello. I'm sorry if I didn't get everybody. I'm so sorry. But hello to everybody here. Thank you so much for coming. I know y'all's is here for some tea. Yes, y'all's is. And guess what? I do have some tea for you. Yes, I do. Of course I got it. I mean, what would I be good for if I don't have some tea for you guys, right? So anywho, we will be talking about that. And then also, I do want to tell y'all, I don't know if y'all heard, but Gman done spoke up last night. He sure enough did. We're going to be watching Gman's video. Rev did not say much of nothing. Nope. Now, he got something up his sleeve. He really do. And we're going to get into that. But I'm going to tell you, yesterday, remember I told you about my sandwich from, remember that turkey sandwich I done told you about? That they didn't give me the turkey, they just gave me the bread. Well, yesterday I called them up. I said, this me. And they said, yes. I said, I want my damn sandwich today. And then they said, oh, well, what sandwich? I don't know nothing about it. I said, you better find out. Because she didn't know. Then they said, yes, David. I said, well, you better call the manager and call the manager right now. I knew this shit was going to happen. Now you acting like you don't know? So, long story short, I got my turkey. Yes, I did, y'all. I finally got my turkey sandwich. I really wasn't in the mood for a sandwich, but I said, shit, if I don't get it now, they're going to forget about it. I'm never going to get it. So I got a lot of sandwiches in my refrigerator. Yes, I do. So I'm probably not going to eat it all and it's going to go bad, but I'd rather it go bad rather than me not get it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'll share it with somebody. So hey, Mafia man, good to see you. Hi. So I hope everybody's having a good day. It's already hump day. We got 2 more days. It's going to be a weekend. I might go out this weekend. I haven't gone out. Last weekend, I didn't go out neither. It was raining. And I'm trying not to go out like every weekend or every other weekend because I'm getting a little old for that. If I go out once a month on the weekend, that's enough because I don't really need to deal with these hangover things. This is too much for me. It's too much. But I like to do my pre-party shows on Fridays. I like to do Freestyle Fridays or Freestyle Saturday. And so I am going to wait a little bit and I'll tell you the tea. Okay? But I think first we should watch a little bit. Did y'all see Gman's video? Did y'all see Gman's video? Because I watched a little bit of it. I ain't gonna lie. I watched like a quarter. Not all of it, but a quarter. You late that? Hey, quit, Paula. It's okay. We didn't start watching anything yet. You didn't watch it? You watched it? All right. Let's watch and see what he has to say. I know the title says he believes Jason's lying. I mean, we could all agree with that. Okay? Jason, I don't know why you had an attitude yesterday. We didn't corner you. We didn't disrespect you. We didn't make you feel uncomfortable. Nothing like that. I know Kyla didn't do it. Okay? Because she calm. And she, you know, she worked with the psychiatric people like you. So I don't understand why you were so irritated yesterday. Even when after you got that good news, you claimed that the phone call came by your uncle and you ain't going to be homeless, this, that, the other. You were still very irritable. I don't know why, Rev. I don't know. That was weird. That tells me something ain't right. Something is going on that is going to be a problem when you disclose it, because you're going to look like a certain way. That's how I think. Okay? All right, let me pull up G-Man's video. We're going to watch G-Man. Yes, we is. He ain't no bad man. He ain't no bad man. Hold on. Jason. Yeah. I don't understand why I always have a problem finding his channel. Why is that? Jason, sowing and reaping, Jason is lying. G-Man. Here it is. Okay.
Why do I make racist jokes?
You guys, his name of the channel is Sowing and Reaping.
Because I
give him
can.
a sub.
Yo, 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 yo. Shanny been talking a lot of smack about your boy. So now it's time for them both to get owned. Shanny's a witch who got kicked from Twitch. Spent Rev's money when he was almost rich. To 900 pounds of a reprobate whose God is oil called Delta 8. Shanny the Hut, my answer is no. Never show your money to that 5-cent hoe. You're nasty and trashy, you look like a booger. You're 700-pound looking barracuda. Shit, you got cancer, that's a bold-faced lie. You're breaking PA laws, making money off lies. Shit's been dying for the last 10 years. Ain't nobody falling for those crocodile tears. Shanny, you're a con, a 6-foot whoopie. Ram kicker out, I'll buy you some cookies. Please take a shower, then get the weed. Go find a job and stop begging for weed.
Get it, G-Man. Get it, G-Man.
You know your own man, then shut your mouth. I don't kiss butt because you gave me a house. You beg for money just to get laid. Stop sleeping with Shanny before you get AIDS. Red is a joke who's addicted to dope. You rather buy drugs than buy Shanny soap. You don't love Shanny, you don't love God. You lazy little boy who won't get a job. This is for Zach Revelation News. Did you like jail? Cause you're going back soon for supporting a scam done by your aunt who sold her body like a cheap slut. I don't play nice, but I do it sassy. We all know you ain't that nasty, fat, nasty. She used you, Rev, and now you're broke. Now she begs Gman to buy her smokes.
Talking about my wife.
That is not your wife. You is not legally married.
So, hey, G-Man, what's up? It's Rev here. You know, I've been waiting for you. But anyway,
you a damn disaster. You a damn, okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. And today, I'm going to be responding to at least one of these interviews that Jason did here. But mine's going to be a little bit different than some of these other interviews that people have been reviewing on here. I got something I want to confess on here, something that I want to admit. And if you're watching me live, you get to be a little surprised about this. Woo! Okay, so as a lot of you know, I was friends with Shanny and Rev, and I know a little bit more about these two than a lot of these people on the internet. Not everybody, but a lot of them. And some of the stuff that Jason is getting on here and telling you guys in terms of confessions is malarkey, and I'm going to prove it. But for those of you out there who may be watching me for the very first time and don't know me very well, I don't know, perhaps you're one of the Dragoons or something like that. Yes, I'm mentioning you today, not in a negative light, because I see that Jules has been playing around with Jason, and we're talking about this Izzy person. I'm talking about all of this today. But I got something I want to show you guys. How many of you remember earlier in the year when a certain YouTuber got on here and showed all of you people some proof that Shanny was in the house? I want to show you something.
Oh, yes. I saw this part.
When they had that little fake breakup. This is why I wanted him to come to my YouTube channel. Because I'm listening to these questions that people are posing to Jason. I'm listening to this stuff. I don't know where one person even brought the cancer scam. Not one person brought that up. It's a whole bunch of stuff that people didn't bring up, but I got brought up a couple of times. I watched the Repsian interview, and I got brought up a couple of times in that. And I also saw another person. Oh God, I forgot the name of them. They got like a little round puffy thingy or whatever, like a jiggly puff or whatever. As a
you guys, I started a call. If you're interested,
as an icon or whatever. I watched that one, some of that one. Then I caught the Jules thingy with him when she was just messing with him, and I hear him talking about Izzy and how he's going around here acting like he has no masculinity or anything like that. But I want to show people something here, and when you see it, you're going to know something here in a minute. So let me just show you this here real quick.
Thank you so
and if you haven't figured out this wasn't me, I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate
this was me, 100%. Make no mistake about it. I'm not just dangerous when I'm online. I'm more dangerous when I'm offline. Okay. Let me show you something here.
That's not the door. Don't
There's Shanny right there. Hey, Jason.
Oh,
I told you I was going to come over here. I want to give you back your EverDrives now. But if you're telling the truth about what you said.
Yes.
Kudo.
I should have played the first video first. That was about 23 seconds long. That's when I was walking past the house, and then that's when I decided to go on the porch and knock on the door. I gave that video to Draven, and that's how Draven was able to show all of you guys that. That was yours truly that actually did that.
You, hon.
So y'all gotta understand something. I can tell when Jason's full of it and when he's not.
Morning, gentlemen.
And there are just some things that's super fishy about some of the things that he's saying right now on these interviews when he was on it with Hussey. I'm paying a lot of attention now to what's been going on. The Hussey channel, and then Repsian and some of these other channels in which he's talking about Shanny, calling her, all kinds of names and whatnot. You know what I mean? I don't know why he didn't call her the Minnesota Barracuda, because that's my personal favorite, but he was calling her a bunch of names and everything and whatnot, saying that he doesn't want nothing to do with her. Then as he gets closer and closer and closer to this eviction, get kind of offended when people brings him up. I watched the Hussey thingy that I think that happened today, and he actually got offended a couple of times when Shanny got brought up, and got offended when people was bringing up certain things regarding, and it wasn't because his name was going to be put into some bad light. If he wants to make himself look stupid, he can go get the stockings that he's been wearing. He can go get the little fake lipstick and the eyebrows and all that stuff and whatnot. And I'm gonna tell people why I'm being mean about this in a minute. Then we're gonna look at this Repsian video, and those long stockings and everything and whatnot. If he wants to make a fool out of himself, he can go do that, and he can do his thing or whatever. You know what I mean? So it had nothing to do with that. I don't believe that for a second. I believe that he was told by somebody on how to respond when he goes on these channels.
Well, I'm going to spill the tea in about.
You got to remember that there are some people out there that don't like these particular interviews, right? I'm sure you all figured that out, right? But what started opening my eyes is when I started looking at these interviews. So what's going to happen is we're going to look at this Repsian video, and I'm going to be responding to some of the things that he is saying on here, and why I'm suspicious about the things that he's saying, especially when he brings me up. Okay, I don't know Repsian. His name sounds familiar. I just don't know from what. But
yeah, the tea is simmering.
It looks familiar. But I did get brought up a couple of times regarding the house and regarding lying and some other stuff and whatnot. And I always said that if these knuckleheads brought me up, I was going to respond, and I wasn't going to be nice about it. So we're going to get into that. Let me say hi to some people in the chat here, because I know you guys like to be acknowledged.
Guys, consider becoming a channel member. We have 4 tiers.
Wildflower Girl 1069A
to become a channel member.
_K4.
$3.99.
You know what? Let's just do this here.
$14.99 and $149.99.
Okay.
You can support the channel with membership.
Okay. So if you see your name up there, you're being
is pinned in the comment.
Acknowledged.
And
I think Jason and Shanny will get back. Oh yeah, we'll get back together. And I wonder if they plant this grift and are really talking together on the phone, and Jason's keeping it a secret from people he's asking for. I think he even knows that Ezzy is fake too.
I think so.
I think he knows that Ezzy is fake.
He do.
And I think he's becoming a good actor. That's what I think he's actually doing. And I didn't believe this in the beginning. In the beginning, I actually thought like, okay, maybe he needs my help or whatever. But I was suspicious about it. And I even made a video telling him to call me. I want y'all to think about this.
Everybody coming in.
Y'all know all the money I promised this guy that if he left Shanny and whatnot, right? All he had to do was contact me. He knows my phone number. He knows my email. He never contacted me. Not one time. He never contacted me once. But he needs $200. Give me a second here.
That's true. That's a
$200 to get a hotel room. $200, right? Let me see something here. My penny bank right now. I have $200 right here.
Oh, okay, Jason. Memphis. Thank you.
Call me. Give me a call. You liar. Give me a call. I'll give it to you right now. No problem. Call me. Since you're going to be homeless tomorrow. There you go right here. Get permission from the Barracuda and call me. All right? Because you already know where I'm going with this. So put that back in the old penny bank. But I got $200 I can give you. I got no problem with that. You even got a couple of Magic the Gathering cards in here. I'll give you out of pity. I got no problem with that. You didn't contact me. You didn't call me. Got suspicious. You're getting on here whining about what's going to happen to your cats. Got suspicious. You don't care about those cats. Shanny doesn't care about those cats. All y'all care about is your egos and getting your little revenge on these YouTubers. That's all you guys care about. I don't care what nobody says. That's all you care about. All right. So to contact me, Jason, I'll tell you what, everybody's offering you $30. Somebody's offering you like $100. And dude, I'll give you $500 for a real interview because I want to know about the cancer stuff. I want to know the real stuff. And you're not allowed to get on here and give me some tools.
Rev, let me tell you something. If you're going to be homeless and you ain't got no money and you begging and pleading for $200, why the hell don't you take him up on his offer to give you $500 for an interview? Come on now. I know I would. G-Man, you want to interview me? I'll do it for $500. This is why I think you're full of poop. And wait till I spill the tea.
Like you're a man, because I'm going to remind you that you get on here acting like a little female. Complete with no masculinity whatsoever. I want you to come on this channel and try that. Everybody's being too nice to you. Come on this YouTube channel. Let's have a talk. Because you can BS these people on here. You can't do that with me. We both know this. You don't want me to start hitting play on stuff. You just don't want that. All right? So that's my offer for you. I give $500. That's a whole week, I think, in a hotel. A whole week, maybe.
He don't need
a little bit more. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, that'll get you at least 6.
Okay, he don't need the hotel. Y'all ready for the tea? He don't need no hotel, and the tea is that house is not being condemned today. No, it ain't. Jason, you's a damn liar. You don't lie. They don't know when the house is going to be condemned because I done found out. However, it will be. As of right now, the uncle is okay with the house. He's in agreement with that house being condemned. 100% in agreement with that house being condemned. It is not going to happen today or tomorrow, or they don't even have a date. Okay? So when he says, oh, I'm going to be in, out of this house by tomorrow and blah, 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 and you're going to be homeless this, that, year, third, and whatever it is. No, it's just not true. You don't have to lie to people. If you want to start this new, whatever it is on YouTube, Rev, starting off lying is not the way to do it. Why can't you just say the house is going to be condemned? I don't know. I have a feeling. My feeling is Shanny's coming out today and going right back into that house. That is what I think. I think she's coming out today. I've been feeling it all of yesterday. He didn't stream. That phone call could have easily been Shanny. Okay? And Shanny's coming right back into that house. True word. True word. That house is not being condemned anytime soon, but it's supposed to be. And the uncle says it is fine for it to be condemned. So, stop lying, Jason. Stop lying. You can't be doing one scam after another. You over here apologizing, blaming her for doing all these lies, and you out here doing it your damn self. So, I spoke to a gentleman today. When I talked to someone last week, it was a female. Today, it was a person specifically in charge of that. Because they said, I'm going to connect you to the one in charge. I said, okay. They said, who's this? I said, They said, okay. They put me right through him, and he didn't pick up the phone while he was driving. He was driving. And I said, this Miss Ozzy. He said, hey, Ozzy. I said, hey, Connie. And he said, I gave him the address. He said, I know exactly what house you're talking about. He said, I know exactly what house you're talking about. He said, yup. He said, he in agreement with the whatchamacallit, condemnation. He is. but we don't know when. So I don't know why the lady last week said, well, she didn't give me a date. I said like in 10 days, and she said yes. She said it's going to be condemned. So, Rev, you in that house, stop acting like you homeless. Now you planning on coming back today and saying you ain't in that house, you need money. You's a liar. You's a liar. So, Shanny's going to be back in that house. For sure. If they discharge her, where's she going to go? If they don't take control of her, where's she going to go? You know Rev is going to let her back in. And that's why he was being so rude yesterday. Okay? Because now, how's he going to explain this mess? All right, back to Gman.
Maybe 7, 8, 9 days or whatever in the hotel, depending on the cheapness of the hotel. I know all about that, don't I? So why don't you accept the $500 if I put the link out there and bring your butt in here? Go on my chat, request the link, and come in here. Because I want to ask you the real questions to see if you're lying.
Michelle, thank you so much for becoming a channel member, sweetheart. Welcome to the EREREOs. Enjoy your emojis and your membership shout-outs, hon. Thank you.
Because I'm not going to be nice about Shanny, and I'm going to keep it $1.50. Everybody's skipping around talking to you. If I'm paying you to be on my YouTube channel, you're going to answer my questions, or I'm not going to pay you. And it's as simple as that. Nobody's going to blame me if I don't pay you.
Oh,
I'm a little excited about this because I'm hearing that your house is going to be condemned. I actually entertained calling your uncle to buy the house until I had that vision in my head about some blood being, oh God, man, being on the bed and all that stuff and whatnot. That's just disgusting. You know, I don't know if that woman has HIV or whatever. You know what I mean? So I thought about it, you know, but no, thank you. And it's not because I can't afford it or anything like that. It's just that's just disgusting. I can imagine how that place smells, but actually, I don't gotta imagine. I know how it smells.
Okay, I'm back.
But you're bugging out your mind, dude. If you think you're gonna trick me, okay? You're this close to sleeping outside, and you're on here asking people to look at your stockings to support your drag that you're actually doing with you dressing up like a. How can I word this? You know what? Too many people watching me right now. You dressing like a woman. I'll put it to you that way.
He want to be
Caitlyn Jenner. Now I got other words I would use, but you know, if you want to dress like a woman, my God, I'm compromising right now. You know, we can talk about that. You know, when you come on here and we can settle our differences. You know, since Gman got on here and got on this camera and lied about you over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me to go to, what's the name of that channel? XX, I think it's XX Archives, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's
XX Archives. You don't want me to go in there and remind you about what you and your girlfriend was saying about what you wasn't doing, that you ultimately admit that you was doing.
Thank you for the super chat, honey. Huzzy, will you adopt me one? You're iconic. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
You just don't want to go there because you just blah, 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 and don't realize what it is that you're doing. You're just stupid. But anyway, because I'm all over the place. I'm gonna show this video.
Calm down.
We're gonna listen to how he's down talking Shanny and everything else in the book, and I'm gonna interject with my own opinion on it. So let's actually do that first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to make some comments about what I heard on Hussy's channel today.
All right.
So let's
let's get to
this here real quick. Again, I think I've heard of this Repsian guy before. I don't know if he's a dragoon or not. I don't know who this guy is, but he looks familiar. Oh,
prayer and fasting should be.
There we go.
This is taken from you guys.
Okay, here we go. I apologize for that.
So this is Repsion's channel. That's the name right there. If you want to go sub up to him.
Come on, man. This is why I need my mouse. Where's my mouse at? Give me a second here, guys. Because if I don't do this, this is not going to be a very good stream. Give me a second here.
Thank you, Kyler.
I got to do this in order for this to work today. All right. Let's just do this. Here we go. Now, I'm going to back out of StreamYard here to make sure you can see this. Okay, now let's go back to the video here real quick. We're going to look at this Repsian video here real quick. Nobody has to donate to me. Do not donate to my Cash App. This is free. So
you can donate to my Cash App and PayPal's pinned in the comment. You don't have to.
This is boring.
Is YouTube gonna show this? Come on.
Here we go.
Around maybe in certain circles that I intend on going back to that. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's zero chance that I can have any relationship with this person.
I'm only curious.
I said to her, look,
here's another thing. I think Reb was a little bit drunk yesterday. That's what caused him to be a little irritable, or he was coming down from being intoxicated. That's what I think it was. Because last time you could tell he wasn't intoxicated at all. And he wasn't irritable. And same thing goes with this interview with Repsion. He ain't drunk.
Could be friends. She said, I'd never be friends with such an asshole like you. So I said, okay, all right.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest though. Would you want to be friends with her after the fact? After everything that you've been through, would you want to be genuinely?
It's a similar answer that I have for Gary Gman. It's no, because I know she lied about me publicly. How can I trust? I can't. How can you trust people like that, Rep? Right? You can't. How can you really trust a person that you know went out in front of tons of people, however many people you might be?
So basically, Jason's telling me why I should not be friends with him, because we're not going to get an example of what I said. We're not going to get a timestamp of what I said. He's not going to review of a video that I said. God knows there's a whole bunch of them out there. He ain't going to do none of that. So how can he trust Gman if Gman told lies about him in front of all these people? Yet we can't hear one stupid lie that Gman said about him. But let's continue.
Talking to could be millions, could be two, but they lied to people about you directly to a camera. I
mean, that doesn't feel great for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if I don't do it today, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I want to compare and contrast this video interview he's doing here with another interview he did where he had a totally different answer, because it wasn't because of G-Man lying or anything like that. It was totally for a different reason when he told on himself of being a racist. But anyway, let's continue.
Would you say that, have you ever lied for her?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
I
go farther. Did you lie about the cancer thing with Shanny? Did you lie about the cancer scam? Drader was the one who really brought it out. Carrie dug it into the ground. But did you lie for Shanny regarding cancer? Does she have cancer, and is she dying of cancer? Yes or no? You're lucky he's the one interviewing you, not
thank
me.
you for becoming a member, hon.
You can't. No, you can't. This is a free. What would be some things that you have lied about that now in retrospect you're like, wow, I should not have defended her?
The fact that she would get violent. I hit it completely.
Well, Shanny lied about a lot of stuff, and the thing that he regrets the most is the fact that she doesn't get violent. That's what he regrets the most. And Shanny's lied about a lot of things on here. She's lied about money. She lied about liking other men and flirting with other men. She's lied about working. She lied about being a good mother. She lied about a lot of different things. But the thing he regrets.
Yeah, it's interesting how he don't say the thing that he regrets is when she lied to the people to scam them, to hurt them, to take advantage of them. How she affected the people with her lies. It's more personal because he's still in a way protecting her. That's a form of protecting. Like it was done towards me. It doesn't affect you.
Regrets is that she's not violent. I think I would make a much better interviewer than Repsian. What do y'all think?
everybody, including authorities. I hid it. That time that she put a scarlet A on my head, you guys saw a shiner on me. She popped me. She did. It was a pretty good hit.
No, I didn't know that. He didn't tell me that she punched him in the face. Because had I known that and they were living at my house, I'd have threw her out of there, because that's a major no-no with me. You're a woman and you don't want a man putting their hands on you. You had better not put your hands on one of us.
Pretty good hit. She's strong. Not anymore. She's pretty weak now because her spirit is just evil, man. I don't know.
Little T-Rex arms. I don't know. I saw her throw some things just a couple days ago. So
yeah, she broke that glass.
She threw a 2-liter Dr. Pepper bottle right at my head, man. And if that connected, that might have not been too good. I'm just saying.
You say so you lied about, or I should say, covered up domestic violence. Honestly, I would say that's a pretty normal thing if you're in a DV.
So then Jason's admitting that he's a victim. I mean, we all know this though, but he's admitting that he's a victim of domestic violence, and Shanny was the person that was beating him. He talked about it in Colorado, then lied about it later on. He talked about it in the house that they were staying with me, and lied about it later on. He talked about it while living in a hotel, and lied about it later on. He talked about it when he was living with his uncle, and lied about it later on. And now he's finally admitting all those times were true, that Shanny has a hand problem. So I wasn't lying, was I, Jason, when I said that Shanny was beating you, huh? Still trying to figure out what I lied about.
Situation among people, if you are genuinely in a relationship.
Somebody's asking me, Brenda Barron says, G-Man, were they ever true Christians? I don't believe that Shanny was a real one. Not no more. I think Shanny played the game. Jason, I'm not 100% sure yet. Because you got to watch his videos when he, before he met her. Completely different person. You can see the emotional and psychological damage that was done to this guy.
I want to watch some of those
dating
videos.
And being with Shanny. This woman had the nerve. She had the gall and the nerve to think this was going to be me. It must be crazy.
No matter how toxic or bad the relationship is, a lot of men will lie about covering up domestic violence.
Thank you for your support.
And women too. Women too. It's just, this is not specifically a gender thing. Like, it's a very common victim thing. It's kind of embarrassing. It's humiliating, right? To acknowledge the fact that you've let somebody hit you, and you don't want to. It's embarrassing for a lot of people to
be fair. And I know a lot of you ain't gonna like me saying this, but I don't think Jason can beat anybody, to be perfectly honest. He's a very frail person. When I met William and Zachary, and Will, if you're watching this, you might not agree, but there's a good chance that I think maybe Will could have took Jason. I don't know.
Come out and talk about that.
The way that I felt about it was this. I justified it in my mind this way, that it's not her. It's her BPD. And
she has BPD?
That's not
she was diagnosed.
She was diagnosed.
See, I got to remember something about Jason. Jason doesn't know a lot about a lot. All he knows is what Shanny told him. That's why he's watching all of those videos and reviewing them and still defending her.
Thank you for the super chat, hon. What is... Oh, come on, light up, old bitch. Toom, thank you. Thank you for doing updates on our Guilty Pleasure. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for being here, hon. Oh, damn it. Oh, here we go.
There's a lot he doesn't know.
BPD.
That's what she tells me.
I was watching an interview. Who was doing it? Matter of fact, I think it's this channel where they were looking at the Betty video. I think it's this video right here. They were looking at the Betty video. And he was sitting there defending her, saying that Betty was lying, even though Betty literally wrote the script. I mean, she didn't write it, but she was basically telling people the script. I don't know how many of you are Christians and do the Lord's Prayer.
Yes, I am.
Where it says, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." A lot of us Christians believe that it's not something that you're supposed to do word for word. It's something that you're supposed to do as a format. Well, when Betty was talking about what happened when Shanny lived with her, that is literally the blueprint of what it's like to have Shanny.
Heavy cake. Thank you for being a member.
And anybody who's been watching me long enough
enjoy your
knows this, and I proved it God knows how many different times.
But in your 8-year relationship, did you ever see any, like a medical document or something that?
No.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Because BPD is crazy, dude.
She said that she was diagnosed in the military, and that's why she was kicked out of the military. I've
heard in the military. This is why I want to talk to you. I've never.
When Jason lost his virginity to Shanny, he just started to make it a regular religious practice to believe everything that came out of her mouth. You know, and Jason, by the way, if you disagree with anything that I'm saying, Jason, why am I even making this an offer? Nobody ever takes me up on this. But anyway, Jason, if you think I'm misrepresenting you, lying about you, or making stuff up, request a link and I'll bring you in here.
Never heard of this. She was in the basic military training?
Basic training for Navy. And they kicked her out.
Oh, thank you, Mia.
They kicked her out because they gave her a mental evaluation.
Yeah, G-Man, if you're watching, I would love to have you on. Definitely.
Evaluation, I guess.
By the way, I want to shout out Revelation News, imaginary friend, Ezzy, the girl who doesn't exist. I like to shout her out. Ezzy does not exist, I don't think. I think Ezzy is a figment of his imagination. He said he talked to her on the phone. Jason, you'll be surprised what you can do with AI, man. You need to get with the times. You'll be shocked what you can do with it. And a good voice modulator.
And it came out that she was BPD, and you gotta go.
Got no
you can't be in the military and be BPD, I guess. Or at that time you couldn't.
I actually don't even know if do we have any military people in chat? That would be I don't know. Can you go into the military if you have like a diagnosed? I know you can if you have diagnosed autism.
She said to me also that her mother was discharged from the military because she was bipolar.
I don't know
nothing about her mother being in the military. That's news to me. I have to look into that.
No, I can't really visualize Shanny ever joining the military. When would that have happened? Had she like even basic training? When about that would have happened? When she's like 19? No, you got to be like 21, don't you? Or 18? You got to be 18 to join them.
I'll think about going to Hussey's YouTube channel. We'll see. But some of the stuff that Jason is saying on here needs to be responded to because Jason is ignorant when it comes to Shanny and a lot of things. Not with living with her and doing certain things with her, but her backstory and her history. He's insanely ignorant on Shanny.
Military.
18. Yeah. As far as I know. So that would have been what year? She's 1 year older than me.
Yeah,
so
how old is she?
42.
She's 42. Really? Oh man.
42. Yeah. And I'm 41.
How old are you?
41.
Okay.
Right behind her. Less than a year.
I don't know if I believe the military thing. That's just
trying to imagine myself running away from a woman on video because I was afraid that she was going to tackle me like a football player or whatever. I'm just trying to imagine that. You know what I mean? I get that Jason's frail and he's a smaller guy and he's afraid and she's a big girl. I've been around Shanny. I know how big Shanny is. But I don't want the ladies out there to get offended with me. She's still a woman at the end of the day. You ain't got no business running, dude.
So look, we're going to watch this video, right? Now, Jason has never watched this video. I've actually never watched it all the way through. I've only gotten to around the 10-minute mark. But Shanny for Christ's mother published a YouTube video.
Those of you out there that's wondering why I would never run from Shanny or anything like that. How can I put this? The last time I was in good terms with them, I wouldn't even call it good terms. When I actually saw them on the porch, made a video a while ago, and I told the story about how I went over there. Shanny and Red went live and said Gman was there, blah, 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 blah. And I was on their porch. It was the daytime. And she wouldn't go near me because she thought I had a gun. She thought I had like a weapon. Because I made it super clear that, if you ever come after me, you're going to get surprised. She wouldn't come nowhere near me until I got patted myself down. I had to go in my book bag and show her I had candy because I was ultimately going to give it to Jason because, the whole cookie fight and everything. I was going to give her some candy or something. And she wouldn't come near me until she found out I had nothing on me. And even when I did, when it turned out I didn't have nothing on me, all she could do is sing that song I don't want no scrub. And then she called me the N-word and she was just moving around really fast and whatnot. While this buffoon was sitting here talking about she was handicapped and then turning around saying, and then Jason said that he's not a scrub if he can go to the bank and take out $5,000 whenever he wants just to play with that. It was just something hilarious.
Quite a few years ago, talking about Shanny, and Jason has mentioned it, and Chris, I think, which was her ex-husband, right?
Yep.
We're gonna live watch this video together. Because I think from the little bit that I've watched of it, it's really telling. Everything that her mom says.
One of the reasons why I think they're still together after watching this interview, the way he tries to defend Shanny and claims that the mother is lying. Like I said, my perspective on this is going to be interesting.
And talked about Shanny, and I just think it would be this video in of itself says so much about the person that you've been with for the last 8 years, because you've been with her 8 years now, correct?
It would have been 8 years this March.
Hey Jason, if that's your wife, how come you didn't get divorce papers?
That ain't the wife.
Why is it that it's so easy for you to just tell her to get out your house if you were married? Huh? Oh, I forgot. That's right. You wasn't married. So the only person that's lying on here, Jason, is you.
That's a long time. My longest was 4.5 years.
I'm
I
sorry.
can't even, 8
Will you make a
years.
video response and say, Gman, technically, what is that mess called? That we're common law. No, you're not. Especially in the state of Pennsylvania, you ain't no common law married. Okay, you two are shacking up, committing fornication over and over and over again without actually being married, and you didn't want to get married because the woman didn't want to lose her food stamps. Like, let's just stop the nonsense and just tell the truth.
Oh, she didn't want to lose her
That
food
is a wild.
And you got to. There's
hard.
There was narc abuse, and I was completely.
When you're in a relationship that long, for the most part, and speaking from experience here, you become codependent on a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's my experience, Rep. Yeah.
Would you say that you were codependent on her?
Completely. When I went to jail, that was one of the hardest. Well,
I'll tell you this, though, and this is where I feel for him a little bit. When Shanny got involved with him, he had just lost his mother not that long ago. His mother had just passed away. And ultimately, Jason became her whole world and her whole moon and her sunlight and her stars when she found out that he had all of that money.
It's not great being in jail in the first place, but separation anxiety. Oh, yeah. I was really worried about her because I wasn't sure about the food situation. Were the kids going to go get food at convenient and stuff?
That ain't what you told me. And that ain't what you told everybody on YouTube. The reason why you was afraid you was in jail is because that you was there with bad charges. You was there for kicking a kid, which you would later deny that you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you was in jail for kicking a kid, and you had to ask the police officers and say, I don't feel safe in here. And they put you in a different cell. You are a liar, dude. Anybody can go watch XX Archive and go listen to what you said on there, dude. Like, honestly, you're a liar.
I was getting food at Giant driving. So I didn't know what the hell was going to happen with her. I was scared about that for her. Where is she going to get her food? Because
I got to get on my channel. I don't know if it's legal or whether or not he would do it, but I got to get Will on here. I'm telling you, the amount of times I can catch Jason lying and Shanny on here lying is just unbelievable. If I ever get one of them kids on here. By the way, Will, if you're watching, how you doing? How you doing, Zachary? If you're watching,
I don't think Will
and couldn't be there all the time. So you want to call it codependent? Absolute, Rep, because she yanked me out of my house in Scranton.
Hello,
hey Jason, I think I was a better.
Good to see you guys.
If you want to call it, I was a better uncle to Zachary and William than you was as a dad. And if you don't believe me, why don't you ask William? Go ask him. Say, listen, was Gman a better uncle to William and Zachary compared to Jason being a dad? I spoiled the snot out of those kids when I came and saw them.
And put me out in Colorado like a fish out of the water. And the first day that we ended up there, I had a psychotic break where I was looking into the sun, crying into
By the way, William, if you need anything, you know to contact me. And Zachary.
Thank you to the person that sent
by
me
the way,
a cash
Zachary,
app. Thank you,
I think it's you. You have a red Apple iPhone. I got it still. Okay. I think the issue is that nobody could charge it, but I got a wireless charger and I was able to charge it. So if you want it back, contact me. I can get it to a YouTuber and then they can get it to you. But I need to hear it directly from you though first. All right. I don't want no third party. I have to hear it directly from you, and I'll get the phone to you, and then you can do what you want with it.
Son, I see Jesus Christ's hand in the sun, just saying, take my hand. And I lost my mind, man. I completely lost it for a little bit, for a day. I ran in the house and I was acting like the fucking Joker. It was out of hand, dude. There was one. I'm surprised she didn't live stream it. Because if you guys got a taste of that shit, that was really crazy. I was in a psychotic state. And it's because I was withdrawing from alcohol, and I have never felt anything like that, Rep. When you're slamming
alcohol is a huge alcohol addiction's rough, man. So have you ever
had a whole bunch of relatives that know all about that? But anyway, let's continue.
Have you ever been to rehab, like alcohol rehabilitation?
You could call what I've been to twice a rehab of sorts, but it was in a behavioral health hospital.
Okay.
So it was like a combo of rehab type stuff in the structure of a behavioral hospital. That's what I went to. And I recommend it to everybody. It's a very good thing. If you can stand being in a situation that's a lot like high school and sort of prison-y, but it's not, the bad places are like a prison. The good places are kind of like high school. There's structure. You have to go to groups. They'll lock your room and lock you out of your room if you don't go to groups, stuff like that.
Okay. Interesting.
So very helpful, and I
got a question for you, Jason. I noticed that you went to Hussey's channel. You're on Repsian's channel.
Hello.
You even went to Jules' channel. And this is why I'm bringing this up, because I know that you know just how much Jules has actually done to you. And, Shanny, I'm not going to call her your ex because I don't think she's your ex, but to you and Shanny. If you can go on Jules' channel, if you can go on Hussey's channel, you can go on this channel, and you can go on these other channels that you've been on, stopping you from going on Carrie's channel. For crying out loud, when I stopped being friends with you and Shanny, you know how much I disliked Drag Night. He was in my room, and I went to his YouTube channel. I want to know why you're so afraid to go to Carrie's channel. Is it because you only want to go to people's channels who you think you can fool and who you can trick? You don't care about Shanny no more, then certainly you shouldn't care about what Carrie thinks about Shanny or anybody else for that matter.
Recommend that to everybody. But rehab, good rehab, costs money,
Rev, what you can do is go on people's channel and completely just expose Shanny. If you are done with her, you can go on everybody's channel and just expose her. You don't even have to bring your name up in whatever you did. Just expose the F out of her. That's it. Why don't you do it?
Yeah, no, it absolutely does.
It really
how long were you in there for?
First time I went, I was there a solid week. The second time I went, I was there 2 weeks, which was 4 groups a day, which is that's a lot of therapy, man. And it's good stuff. It's really good. Coping mechanisms, learning DBT with dialectic behavior therapy.
No, I've done DBT. DBT is pretty. It's very, very good.
Oh, it's awesome stuff. And CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. I've been through a bunch of shit. And the only thing I need to get right is the medications, because they have me on a lithium dose that I don't know.
I have a question for you, Jason, because I don't think Repsian and the rest of these guys asked you this question. Was you giving your medication to Shanny when you was getting your prescriptions? Was you giving some of your medication to Shanny? I'm just curious. I mean, like, there's a lot of people out there that do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, I don't think there's anything that the police can do right now, like in the present or whatever. But I would like an answer for that, Jason. Like, were you giving your medication to Shanny? Because we both know you was.
Or not even giving it. Was she taking it? He doesn't necessarily have to voluntarily give it to her. Maybe she was just taking it.
And it made me feel weird, you know?
Yeah, lithium's a wild medication to have. Man, you got a lot of haters in the chat right now. People are people do not like you.
That's all right, man. I understand why they don't. It's okay. And I understand that there's going to be a certain segment of people that saw what happened with that boy, and they think it's something it wasn't. And it's just
you're referring to the child, the kid, which she calls
Zachary.
Zachary. The kid kicker thing, right?
What happened?
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
You know,
if you guys want to know what happened regarding Zachary, because he was the one who got kicked, not William, right?
Correct.
If you want to know what happened regarding Jason and Zachary, listen to Will, because Will told me to my face that that they was both afraid of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
They was also telling me backstories of what it was like to be with him in Colorado. Now, this is when Shanny tried to give me the hard sell, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. So if you talk to William will tell you in detail what actually happened, because he did it with me.
That those kids were scared of him. They were super young at the time, okay? These people were drunk and high all the time. That is scary. I totally believe that.
I'll tell you what happened that day, and Jason is not being truthful.
What is interesting about that situation is how Shanny completely refused to ever acknowledge that happened up until you guys broke up.
Isn't that funny? Wow. All of a sudden? Okay, hun. You know, it's a bad habit. I got to stop calling her hun, but
you should.
That's just dishonest. Because if I kick that boy, how could she stay with me?
I swear there's a clip of you admitting that you hit the.
Yes, he admitted on the
archive. XX archive. Go look up this Scranton. His why he got MPD. My goodness gracious. Yo, Jason, listen to me. This term is going to help you for the rest of your internet career. Okay. The internet doesn't forget. Oh my God.
Kid, though.
You're right. I admit that. Yes. That
one minute he admits he kicked him, and the next minute he did. Next minute he's saying that he didn't kick the kid. Which one is it, Jason? Make your mind up.
Striking happened. I do remember that, but it was just a couple pops on the head.
And that was because he wasn't man enough to get in Shanny's face, so you went in there and you took it out on the kid.
Right. That's the true word.
And is that too much? Yeah. You're not supposed to do that, especially with an autistic son. You just don't discipline that way.
No, absolutely. I didn't even know the fact that Zachary was autistic, and that actually
makes it worse.
That's fucked up. That's super fucked up to hit an autistic kid.
And that's why they were going to probably kill me in jail. That's why I had to go to solitary, because the whole floor was on fire. This guy fucking did something.
Wait a minute. Hardest part for you to be in jail was worrying about if Shanny had food. Jason, listen to me, man. I'm going to say some things to you that I said to you before. And she had, during this time, for those of you who don't know, I was friends with these people that were living inside of my house, okay? When Jason was in jail, Shanny was trying to get with me. Trust you me when I tell you this, Shanny wasn't thinking about no food. She wasn't thinking about what she was going to eat, what she was going to drink, and neither were their kids. Your uncle, everybody knows the story by now. Your uncle gave me $500 to try to bail you out. Turns out, I don't know a lot about this. So they wanted collateral. They wanted all this other stuff. And if you didn't show up at court, thank God I didn't do any of that. You know what I mean? I would have lost whatever I put up for collateral. They wanted me to put that house up for collateral, and that just wasn't going to happen. Okay, Shanny and them were doing just fine. Why am I bringing this up? Because while you're in jail for kicking Zachary, if those other inmates would have found out what you would have did, they would have broke you into a fifth. Matter of fact, you would have been somebody's prison woman. That's what you would have been. Right. You would have been somebody's prison woman. I'm not prison woman, jail woman. I put it to you that way. They would have broke you. And that's why you went to solitary confinement. And I assure you, that was your biggest fear. It wasn't whether or not Shanny was eating or not, because you knew full well she was eating, and she was eating good.
I'm to an autistic kid. Yeah, we're going to kill him tonight. They said that.
Look at him.
I mean,
I don't blame them, man. I don't blame them. Look, the circumstances of what were behind that night is that Shanny had been...
You better never go to jail. That's all I know. You better make sure you never go to jail, because like I said, they don't forget this stuff.
Just harassing me the whole day with bullshit, saying you're cheating, you're an asshole. I can't stand you. All this shit.
Hussy, somebody who's I don't know if Hussy's watching this or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Somebody's got to show Jason the XX archive videos where Shanny is talking about yours truly when he's in jail. Ugh.
So I was gaslit into a really bad mental state to start with, and I didn't have any medication. I wasn't drinking. So I was in a manic state, and it just happened, man. It just happened.
So
I
you
told
hit the kid with your hand, and you never kicked
Somebody told me I'm just as bad as Shanny. Let's continue.
the kid.
Mm-mm. The kicking didn't happen, and the reason that I know it didn't is because I was wearing steel-toed boots.
Well, you're still my
So
dude.
if I kicked him, he would have not just gone to the hospital, but probably would have had a very serious injury of some sort.
So now you didn't kick him. You kicked him, then you didn't kick him. You kicked him, but then you didn't kick him. He's gonna get into the story.
Hey, he would have had a ruptured something.
I mean, yeah.
There's
But
no
we,
chance.
We do agree here that hitting a kid
Yes,
is just
there
like
is a chance.
deplorable, and
Stop
this should
it.
never happen. Correct?
I totally agree. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all children. You don't discipline that way. I don't agree with it. I don't.
Do you remember if you put any when that?
And then later he says, well, if I'm wrong, ask Will. If Will says that I did kick him, then I kicked him. Whatever Will says. Fast forward, Will has said that he has kicked Zach. So you're still pushing this narrative when Will has spoken.
When you hit him in the head, did you put any bruises or anything, or no?
Not that I was told.
And he's like, yeah, you know what? I didn't kick him. I hit him in the head. As though it's less worse.
About no. Shanny said he was fine. We didn't even take him to the hospital. That's what Shanny told me.
Less worse the thing.
Yeah, I need to go talk to William.
Stop.
William seriously needs to either go on who's a good channel, neutral. William needs to go on one of these YouTube channels, maybe Hussey or whatever, right? And William, and if he hasn't done it already, he needs to tell everybody what happened that day, because what he's saying and what William told me are two entirely different things.
Okay. Well, I just don't want it to be super downplayed. I'm glad that we agree that hitting a kid is not okay. It's
Give
just
it
never
to me.
acceptable. But
I fully take responsibility and I apologize for it. And no, you need to be going to anger management if you even think for a second.
Well, for the future, if you ever date somebody again, you should not date somebody with children. Okay, like
I completely agree with that.
Don't date somebody with children.
No, I agree.
No, he doesn't like kids.
Anyways, let's. I want to ask you, how did you and Shanny meet?
Oh boy,
the origin of your relationship, was it through YouTube? Was it through Facebook? It was through YouTube.
It was through YouTube.
Okay.
I was a Christian end time prophecy guy, and I can see that
you Christian prophecy guy.
When these guys actually met, it was during the Great Debate days, so that's going to be important for when I respond to what he's going to say.
Yep.
Like, what do you mean? Well, you had Revelation News. Yes, I remember that YouTube channel many years.
Those of you who don't know this, Revelation News was a YouTube channel, and I don't know if Hussey knows this and the rest of these other people know this. Revelation News was a so-called end-time prophecy channel. We talked about Alex Jones and conspiracy theories and a lot of Republican style opinions. I'll put it to you that way, and views and whatnot. That's going to be important because if you know anything about Shanny doesn't like the Republican Party. Let's continue.
To go.
That's me. And I had a radio show, and we got I can see that you feel different about me now.
Had about 16 when I first met Jason. He had about 16,000 subscribers, and it was in a room called Nadia. Blah 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 blah. You heard this a million times. Anyway, let's continue.
I'll wrap with the boy thing, and that's too bad, but I understand it.
Well, the past is the past, but it's also super fucked up. Like, I'm not going to ignore that and be like, oh,
he is going to tell the truth about is that he was in contact with Alex Jones and a couple of these other conspiracy people that existed back then. All right. I mean, they're not existed back then, but were talked about a lot back then.
You're the best person ever. I mean, there's just certain things that if you do, you know.
Yeah, I'd love to have a friendship.
Like if I right now got up and kicked my cat that's in the background, I'm assuming you'd be like, wow,
what the fuck?
I'll put my email up in it.
Your opinion would be just like, wow, that's really shitty, right? Like,
that's really shitty, sure. And it is really shitty what happened.
Everybody watching, including you would have your opinion would be like, it would change a little bit. I'm still going to talk with you. I'm still going to be fair with you, and we still want to talk to you. So, but anyways, let's get back to the subject. Shanny, how did you guys meet?
Yep, YouTube, my Christian YouTube prophecy channel, Revelation News. I was one of the bigger prophecy guys in the beginning because the big guys weren't on there yet. So I was one of the bigger channels, and she was a commenter. And I talked to her a few times. We talked.
Nightmare, thank you so much for the super chat, hon. Let's see what it says. Unfortunately, Rev has said that he wants a kid. Yeah, no, not a good idea. Rev doesn't like kids. No, I wouldn't. I mean, it's not my place to say, but definitely not. And thank you for the super chat, hon.
On the phone a few times about the Bible and stuff, and current events and stuff
So
like that.
she came to your YouTube
I don't
channel?
think any woman is going to want to have
in the
kids
comments.
with him either.
That's where I met her. And then I can't remember how she got my number, but we exchanged
You guys
numbers
please
somehow.
consider
I
supporting
can't
the
remember
channel.
how. And
We
she
have
called.
Memberships. We have 4 tiers. They start at $1.99. And they go up to. We have $1.99, $3.99, $14.99, and $149.99. And you can send super chats or PayPal and Cash App, which is pinned in the comment section, or you can just hit the thumbs up and subscribe and the notification bell. Thank you, guys.
Called me one day and said Rand Campbell, who was another Christian YouTube guy, his name on there was like God is on YouTube or something was his name. And she said he needs to talk to you. So that's how I really met her and came into that community, which was the Great Debate community.
I don't know
on YouTube.
That community.
The skeptic. So I was part of the skeptic community years ago on YouTube.
So that was Repsian. Okay, so I probably do know him. He was probably part of the Great Debate community, but I just don't remember talking to him. But if I had some of my other friends on here, they would be able to tell me who he is. I don't know yet.
It was kind of like what the opposite of it.
Yeah, it fits in with it, like Jacqueline Glenn, right? That she, you know her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That type of deal. It was like atheist versus Christian debate.
Well, I'm a Christian. Somebody's asking me, do I believe in that prophecy stuff? I'm a Christian. Some of the stuff that he talked about on his Revelation News channel. Some of the stuff, like for example, loose change, when he talked about what happened with the 9/11 attacks and everything and whatnot. And I was in agreement with him with that. And some of the things that he was saying, I was in agreement. I was in agreement with some of the things that he was saying. But I didn't watch his channel all the time because I was too busy doing my own thing during the Great Debate days.
Community thing. So
he came on my YouTube channel. Shanny was on my channel. Like Shanny was a regular on my YouTube channel when I used to do my hangouts and everything and whatnot. So
that's how I really met her. And then you flash forward a few years, you go to 2017, and Chris broke up with her in a way that was, I don't agree with it. He basically cheated with another woman. And
wait a minute. You don't agree with it? How did you break up with Shanny, Jason? I'm curious. But didn't you cheat on her?
Ella, thank you for the super sticker,
you cheated on her, then you broke up with her. And then the way that she left that house, I mean, that wasn't necessarily the most flattering way she left. I would say that the way Chris broke up with her and the way you broke up with her is pretty similar, actually.
Do you know that for certain, though?
I mean,
no, you don't.
You know for certain.
No, you don't, because you only know what she told you, Jason. That's why I'm dying to get you on this channel.
He said that it happened?
No, I have him stuttering on here.
Okay. In an interview with the Geek Room, he admitted to cheating.
All right.
Yep.
I'll have to go back and reference that when I make my official.
Chris did cheat, and Chris ultimately owned it. It was with Shanny's best friend, apparently.
Hey, Saber Child, good to see you.
And then something happened with Chris's brother or whatever, and Shanny viciously tried to kill the guy with an axe or something like that. And I guess Chris filed for divorce or something like that.
Good to see you guys.
So, and then she was making all of these videos. And all of that and whatnot. So anyway, let's continue.
Video on Shanny, but I didn't know that. So that's the first time I'm hearing that.
Yep. Yeah, he admitted it.
He came out of that one like a boss, though. I got to give him that. He came out of that one like a boss.
Everybody in chat saying Chris said he did. He did it. Okay, so yeah. All right.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I think he did.
I didn't like that, but whatever. I made
because you did that with Izzy. Anyway, let's continue.
I promised her. She was feeling that something bad was going to happen with their relationship, and she said, "I need a Christian man in the community to stand up and say that."
It wasn't you, bro. She was talking about yours truly. She was
Joyfully,
talking about, and y'all think I'm being big-headed?
Huzzy membership too. Ross Moss, say thank you to Joyfully Baby Girl. Otherwise, she's taking it back. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
Archive, and you will see it for yourself. Go to Fundy Archive. I'm telling you, if you guys want to see a circus, yeah, I listen to me, Jason. I give you $500 to come on here for 3 hours. I'll have a lot of fun with you, man.
He'll help me. And I gave her a picture of a ring. So I took it. I took it. And
what I want to know is what happened that first night when Shanny came in and brought her kids into the house. I'm pretty sure that she raped him. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm dying to know what happened that first day.
It was then a process to getting her to PA. I bought her a truck, like it was a GMC Jimmy I bought her.
Yep, it was a green one. I actually know about it because that ultimately became mine after a while.
I didn't know that truck became
I'll show you all what it looks like.
G-Man's truck.
Just give me a minute. That truck was ultimately mine.
You got
a lot of other stuff was mine. But it was a green Jimmy in which all 4 tires lost the air. And it couldn't even start, and it was a piece of junk. Let me show you here. I think I showed everybody this picture before. I'm going to show you guys this now again.
All right. He got a car.
And I'll show everybody what this Jeep looked like, the one that he claims he bought her. All right. So just give me a second here, and I'll show everybody what this this Jeep looked like. I think I use it as a screensaver, so I'm going to show you guys. I have to cut the old phone on.
Oh, it was John?
I believe this is the phone that was stolen.
Yeah,
one
he
of them.
said the tire.
Okay, so here it is here. I got to make sure you guys can see this here. This is the green Jeep here. Hold on.
I don't think I would want anything that belongs to Rev or Shanny. Seriously. No, thank you.
It says Android is starting, so I got to wait before I can show you this here. Hold on. Okay, so this is it right here. Okay.
Maybe
cash.
cash.
You guys can see that or not.
That is. I take cash.
Put this one on because I don't want the wrong thing to pop up on here. Hold on. Do not disturb. There we go. This is the Jeep here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not.
No, I can't see it.
I'll try to put that in the back here for you so you can see it. That's the green Jeep that Shanny arrived there with, and it would stay in that driveway until I got it towed. And I have a video. I think I showed it on Drag's channel where I made sure Shanny was on the phone with the tow guy when it ultimately got towed. But anyway, let's continue.
Used one. She just packed up everything she could get, put it in that thing, and drove out to me. And a day before
mother threw her out,
she drove out. I said, Shannon, I don't think you should come out here. And here's what she freaked out immediately and started having a really bad meltdown. I said, listen, you got 2 kids and I'm an alcoholic. You think it's a really good idea to have them underneath my roof? I don't think it's.
And let me tell you something about that. I see the condition of the house that's over there now. For those of you who have actually been to that house, you'll notice that that yellow house that the uncle has, that the porch is actually coming down. You've seen things inside of the house where it's in poor condition. That's nothing compared to the conditions he was living in with the house that he ultimately gave me. The front roof was coming in. It was collapsing in. The kitchen ceiling had already collapsed, and rainwater was coming in. That place was falling apart. You know what I mean? And by the time I finally got it, there was a sign on there saying it was going to be condemned. That's why I'm not buying the garbage that I'm hearing about him having to move because the house is condemned. Just because it's condemned don't mean he can't stay there. Especially if you're sitting here telling me that the reason why it's condemned.
Oh, so he said just because the house is being condemned, it doesn't mean that you can't stay there? Oh, my stars. Hey, Val. Oh, my stars.
It's because of a toilet in a basement. You can go over there in one day.
For those of y'all that are just coming in, welcome. So the tea I had mentioned earlier, and I'll say it again if you missed it. The house is not being condemned today. Okay? Rev was online lying yesterday, saying he needs money for a hotel because he has to be out of the house Wednesday. That is not true. Rev knew about that. That is not true. The uncle is, what did he say? The house is going to be condemned. The uncle knows that and is in agreement with it. Okay? The uncle agrees with the house being condemned. When it's going to be condemned, we don't know. But Rev is not going to be in a hotel like he claims. He needed that $200 for a hotel. That's not true. Okay? He's going to be in that house today streaming if he does decide to stream. My feeling is Shanny is being discharged today and is going right back into that house. And there is no girlfriend. There is no Essie. No. So that's the tea if you missed it.
And fix that by myself. One day.
Idea. She said, no, this is God. I have to come now. And
thanks.
Okay. So she showed up at my doorstep.
Yeah,
and the rest, you guys know. It's history, you know.
Thank you, Nikki, for the $5. Appreciate that. All right. So that's lore I didn't know. You guys met through.
Yep.
How fascinating. So what was, when you first met her, like, can you describe the overall first day that you met her? How was that? What was that like? How did she treat you?
What did you think when you first saw her in person? That's what I want to know. Like, what were you thinking? Like maybe Barbara Streisand, Vanna White? Like when you saw Shanny for the first time, what did you think?
Like kind of like a star at first. It's like, wow, you're real. You're a real person. I think it was kind of like if she met, I don't know, some actor she kind of like.
I'll tell you the difference between Jason now and the Jason back then. He wasn't worried about her trying to hurt him or nothing like that. You got to go watch some of the earlier videos when these two were together. That man had an assault rifle in his closet and he had a Glock. He was not worried about her trying to do anything to him. I assure you of that.
Oh, man.
That's how it was at first. But it was pleasant.
This
dude
was really into the Alex Jones stuff. This dude had food that can last like 20 years. That was in his house. He had guns. He had ammunition like crazy in the basement. He had a lot of that Alex Jones stuff in there. A lot of the silver, a lot of that stuff that could fix your immune system. He had a lot of that stuff all over his house.
She presented to me as a pleasant person. So
Shanny, pleasant person too. But I didn't forget everything that happened on YouTube at the same time.
He don't realize how calculated she is. Of course she was going to present herself as a nice person until she got in claws on you.
Yeah. I didn't really at first feel the feeling of, oh, I want you, that type of deal, because I'm really not into BBW women, but her spirit was something that was attractive to me at the time. So
BBW,
yeah, it developed into.
I don't understand this because when I was on his computers and those laptops and whatnot that he had in his house, I seen the girls that he was talking to and the girls he was friends with, and I'm still to this very day wondering why did he pick Shanny. That's another thing I would like to ask him.
No,
he call a relationship, and
I saw those girls. You'll be asking him the same question.
Did the best I could in the circumstances.
Okay, let me back up. So you eventually meet her, right?
Yeah.
How soon did you guys actually become like a couple officially? Was it like the first day, like you guys met and you went down on that pussy, and it was done, like like the first day?
First day. Yeah. First day. Yeah. Likes to say I was stealing kisses at the door or whatever. Yeah, I was affectionate. Sure.
They was having sex before Shanny ever got to Stratton, Pennsylvania. They was having phone sex, and they were flirting. And how do number one, Chris would tell us, would tell everybody that Shanny would spend all of these hours talking to people on YouTube. I was one of them, Beckel. But apparently, she was having phone sex with Jason. So they were, and she was very much married to Chris when these things were happening.
She was.
Okay, and you'll see all of this stuff addressed on a Fundy archive. I don't think it's on XX archive, but I know it's on. I know for a fact it's on what's his name? Glute, I think his name is on Glute's channel, Fundy archive, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
So it was immediate. It wasn't.
We didn't
wait because it was going to happen. I mean, there was like one really good bedroom that was going to be ours.
Would you say she ever narcissistically love bombed you? Like,
there was 2 bedrooms. I would say the room that you guys ultimately took who room was that? Zachary's or Williams? The room that ultimately became Zachary's, that was the room that you 2 took. Bunch of stuff in it before I threw that stuff away. That room was decent. Your mother's room, however, that master's bedroom, Jason, had nothing but rainwater in it, but you had a whole lot of rare games in there, man. A lot of rare games that I have.
On the first day you guys met?
Oh, man. I mean, that's kind of been a thing from the start, I think. Love bombing, calling me like a perfect Christian guy and all that. That was bullshit. And when people started calling me like a perfect Christian type thing, I straight up drank whiskey live. And I said, no, you're wrong. I'm just a guy. I ain't perfect at all.
Good to see you,
All right, let me stop you there. I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys meet for the first time. When you guys met, was she aware of the fact of your inheritance? So I'm trying to
Jason, I got a question for you. Did you ask her, did she have any sexually transmitted diseases? Did you ask her? Did you ask that at all?
Not.
You know what I mean? Like you just don't meet somebody that you met on the internet and just jump on them. Did you ask her, did she have any sexually transmitted diseases? And how did she respond to you?
Mentally trying to create a timeline here, which will help me for my official Shanny video when it drops.
Okay.
Which you'll be mentioned in that too. But
cool.
Not only does Jason knows that Shanny knew about the money. Repsion probably doesn't know this part. Again, if you go to Fundy Archive, Shanny is constantly talking about how much money he has. So Fundy Archive, we see the holy. Now I'm going to mention some dragoons on here in a positive light for once, but we see Dragnut. We see the holy Spackle, especially Spackle because she was good friends with Jason. Then we see let's see, who was it? Cliff Jumper, Alex Botten. Who was the other people? I honestly don't remember. There was a couple of Christians too, but there was several people warning him that Shanny just wanted him for the money. But I think the biggest mouth on this particular topic, I think at the time, was 2 people. It was Dragnut and I think the Holy Spackle, I think. Because Dragnut wasn't really, because Dragnut was covering me a lot. So I think it was him and maybe Spackle, but it was one other person that was covering him all the time.
Fallon, good morning.
Covering her all the time. It might have been Botten. I don't know. But I definitely know it was the Holy Spackle.
Did she know about the inheritance, the $700,000 inheritance?
Absolutely, yeah.
Of course she knew about it.
From
when
the
you
start.
guys first, from the very beginning.
I let her know everything about my life because I felt like it was probably going to develop into a relationship. So yeah, I was sharing everything with her. Yeah.
So remember now, he's an alcoholic.
Very
he
smart.
Shared Shanny, but Shanny didn't care about the money. Shanny was just.
Why would he do? Listen, you guys, I was dating Bernie Williams' son for 4.5 years. He's a big Yankees player, Bernie Williams. I was dating his son for 4.5 years. I did not know it was Bernie Williams' son until like 3 years later. He did not tell me. Okay? And he's over here telling him he's worth $1 million. You don't think you're going to be used then? He did not tell me. You remember?
That's in love.
Yep, she knew about the money, 100%. Yeah. And people were trying to tell me that's probably the reason why she wants to get out to you. And I'm like, well, that's certainly part of the package, ain't it?
Jenny 999, thank you for the $5. Jenny has a question to you specifically asking, are you drinking right now?
I think he's doomed to make the same mistake again. I think if he became a millionaire again tomorrow, he will make the same dumb mistake again. I really believe.
All right, I was thinking, if Shanny was not in the picture and it was just Rev and he inherited $1 million, do y'all think he would be broke today, or do you think that he would still have money left? Broke or money? I have my feelings on that. Broke? All right. You guys think broke. I don't. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, with Shanny, there's 3 people. Okay? He's just one. What is he really? He's not like a big spender. He's really not. What is he? I mean, they did not go on vacation. They didn't buy any luxury items. They didn't even buy, I mean, $1 million and you don't even have one luxury item and what you have, Sephora makeup, $900 and some games. Like, I think he would have been rolling in the dough. I really do, with the right person in charge. But I don't think he would have been broke. No.
I think he would make the same stupid mistakes again. Because it doesn't sound like he learned anything.
No.
Actually, before
she never cared about him. All she wanted was his money. That's all she wanted. She never cared about this guy. Okay, and if you follow Shanny's career, you would see what she does. She was extremely controlling. She isolated him from everybody, made him delete his YouTube channel. He had wet brain. She made him get off of that stuff, cold turkey and everything and whatnot. Shanny was just evil. And the first year, you think she's evil now? Go check her out when these 2 first got together.
I'm on here. Was a day or 2 ago. I told him he can't come onto the stream drunk.
Yeah, exactly. You did.
I specifically told him that, and I told him if he is drunk, I will literally not have this conversation with him.
And I don't blame you. That's
I appreciate you not coming on here hammered drunk.
No way, dude. I respect you, Rep. There's no way I'd do that with you, man. I wouldn't do that with anybody. I wouldn't do that with Dragnot, and we had a history. You know, I wouldn't do that with people. It's not professional. It's bullshit.
That is a lie from the darkest, deepest pit of hell. Yes, he would. Oh, yes, he would. I don't know how many of you remember the note when before I sold the house and I made it look all clean and everything and whatnot, painted the place and everything and whatnot. I showed you the note. I read the note. They wish death on him.
Thank you, Kyler.
Now, I ain't innocent with that myself, so I don't want to sound like no hypocrite. Because I would say that my desires were worse, a lot worse.
To do that, you know.
How are you doing on the alcohol, though? Like, realistically? So I saw a video from you a couple days ago when Shanny was 302'd, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were like
I
crying.
think it's safe to say that, Rev, you're drinking every day. That's it.
Like crazy. I didn't watch the whole thing. I only saw a little bit.
I'm drinking that. That's what I'm drinking. Cheap ass
Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder.
No,
yeah.
No, you're drinking.
That's what I'm drinking. That's what I got.
All right. Well, just don't get too invested in alcohol, especially during this time, because when feelings and emotions are on the rise, it's very easy to just go to a bottle, right?
You're right.
And alcoholism will never improve any aspect of your life. Like, drinking's fine, but like actually like being drunk.
I agree. I totally agree that that it's okay to have a drink, but getting drunk, however, is a totally different story. So
correct.
No a problem with that. But I still contend that Jason was a lot better, was in a lot before he met Shanny.
And you've admitted that you've been a drunk in the past, so it's you have the implication of easily just resorting to drinking all the time to suffocate emotions and feelings.
You're right. You're right. And I have to check that. Yeah. But honestly, the couple drinks I had were just celebratory. And I really don't feel like I have that much of a problem with it anymore.
That's what
But should I stay away from it? Yeah. Not just for getting back into it could pull me back into the bottom like I was at one point. It's not just
what
that.
You drinking now celebratory? You celebratory drinking being homeless? You celebratory in the house being condemnation? Or you celebrating that there is no exit? Stop it.
It gives me such blaring headaches now. It's not even enjoyable. It's not something I even like doing no more. So I'm done with it. I am.
All right. Well, if you need resources for that stuff, let me know. Like, you have my number.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that big time.
So I saw you on like DP podcast. I think was it yesterday or the day before?
That might have been 3 days ago now.
Yeah, and you seem pretty drunk, but I don't know. I don't want you to hurt yourself or do something crazy.
I was feeling it. Because when I'm fully gone,
being on the street.
you'll know it. Like the behavior is not okay at all. So like I know my line, and once I go past that, I get offline because it's not good. It's just not good. So yeah, alcohol in general for me now is stay away. But for the feeling in my body, even, my body tells me stop that. Don't do it. It's bad for you, man.
Okay. Let's
Red, you a damn liar, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you were on the Drunken Peasants, and you not peasants, when you was on the Drunken Peasants, you was skunk drunk. And when they had told you to get some more alcohol so we can drink, you was still gonna go to the cousin's store and get you some alcohol, right? So you talking about, oh, when I'm drunk, I know when to stop. No, you don't. You was fitting to go to the damn cousin, but they was closed. So you couldn't get more drink. So stop lying. Stop lying.
Let's move off of alcohol. So you guys meet for the first time. She knows about your inheritance. Tell me about the inheritance process. Specifically, why did you inherit $700,000? And what happened to that specifically? So you inherited $700,000. Why did you inherit $700,000?
Also explain why you're so lazy. You won't get the rest of the money that your family has. For those of you who don't know, his father and his mother has equity in oil, and I think he has I forgot what it was called. But he was too lazy to look into it. But he still got money that he can tap into, but he's just too lazy to do it.
I've been saying.
The reason why I know this is because he showed me the documentation when he lived inside of the house. He's just lazy when it comes to paperwork, and I mean very lazy.
And
he still got money, trust me.
I know.
Do you think that Shanny got with you specifically for that inheritance?
Okay, I didn't inherit $700,000. I inherited $250,000 that I turned $1,000.
And I would say that that's not even true. He inherited the $250,000, and he had two houses. He had the house that he was staying in, and he had the house that he would eventually give to his uncle for $1.
Yeah.
How did you turn that? Well, not only is that a massive that's a
return.
Return value is crazy. Like if you had 250 and you made it 700,000, you better give me some financial advice because clearly I'm doing something wrong myself, right? So how did you turn 250 into 700,000?
All right,
Apple stock.
Apple stock.
I kept rolling money into Apple stock, and eventually it split, and then it split twice, and then it split. My money was gone at that point, but it split 3 times. If we still had the money, we would have been millionaires, me and Shanny. We would have been like 10 million, decamillionaires.
So you took 250,000, all of that you inherited, and you just thrusted it towards Apple shares investment.
Slowly. Yep. I would take little amounts of the dividends that were coming in from other stocks, and I was piping it all into Apple. And that was a good move. It was it was a good move.
I missed out. I should have slid in your DMs and asked you what's some financial advice.
It went well for that time. It did. And where did it go? Mainly marijuana.
Okay, so you made $700,000.
Not only do you have a drinking problem, you got a marijuana problem. You out here bragging that you turned 250 into 750 and all this stuff. For what? What good is it? It ain't do nothing for you.
At this point,
I thought the trolls was the reason why you went broke. I thought the trolls was the reason why you lost all your money. So now you're admitting that drugs is what happened to it. Oh, okay.
When you had
it's going to be important for when Shanny's mom starts talking and he starts denying everything.
A total of $700,000. How fast did you lose that?
Holy shit. 3 years in Colorado.
So in 3 years, you and Shanny spent $700,000.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's wild. That's crazy, man.
Weed and food.
So I have to ask, how did you spend that much in such a short amount of time? Like 3 years and 700,000 is an astronomical amount of money.
Can you imagine if you invested in gold and you bought bars of gold, and back then it was probably what, I don't know, $1,700 an ounce or whatever it is, and you would bought all that gold, and today you would have sold it for, I don't know what it is, $3,000-$4,000 now. Y'all's is a bunch of assholes.
It's wild.
So you said marijuana, but like there has to be other things. There's no way you can spend $700,000 on weed. Like I don't think that's humanly possible.
No, that wasn't all it was. It was regular living costs, which were higher because we were living in nice areas.
Okay, so when I first okay, so everybody knows about the two different times when I got the house and whatnot. During the first time at the house, which he's probably not going to bring up, Shanny was in charge of his finances when he had wet brain. There's a whole section of what happened to them in Colorado that he ain't going to remember because he had wet brain. This is what he tells everybody. Shanny called me on the phone and told me that they lost $125,000 in 1 day. In 1 day. Of course, Jason's going to tell me I'm lying and whatnot, but I'd like to see him prove that, though. Considering he knows I have copies of his financials.
In Colorado, but also having to move so many times because of trolls calling landlords and getting us kicked out and causing problems with cops and blah, 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 blah. So there were a lot of moves too.
Nobody would have known that Shanny had kids and Shanny kept her mouth shut. Nobody would have known.
Wait, $125,000 they lost in 1 day or gained in 1 day? I missed it.
Mouth shut. As a matter of fact, I was busting out laughing when I saw you on was that Hussey's channel? And I think it was some other lady that was there today. And you just blurted out your address to everybody.
Lost? Oh my stuff.
I'm just busting out laughing. And then later on, hey guys, I don't want you coming to my house. They would not know where you lived if you never said nothing.
And a lot of times we had to leave everything and then buy everything new again because of the circumstances were crazy.
And how many times did that happen? You guys leave everything, move to another one, leave, move.
3. And that was a huge chunk of money. I'm going to tell you that. Was it $700,000? No, but it was a chunk.
Let me show you guys something here. This is
money, and every time it's a deposit.
This will give you guys an example of just how stupid these two were with their money. Just give me 1 second here. I want to show you something. I think you'll find this to be interesting.
I mean, listen. Spending money is one thing. I mean, you can spend. Anybody could really spend. But what did y'all buy? If you can literally go and spend $1 million, okay, you can buy yourself a car, you can buy yourself a house, maybe you can get yourself a little boat, you can buy some jewelry, some bling bling, get some work done on yourself. You got kids, what did you got nothing. I don't understand. Literally not even a damn car, nothing. I don't get, this is white trash, you guys. This is white junk right there.
I don't think I've done this on camera before, but I want to show people something here real quick. Okay. All right, so you're going to find this to be pretty interesting here, guys. When he left there and Shanny drove him all over, she got him to go to Colorado so that they could smoke weed legally. She could spend them into poverty. They left a lot of stuff there. One of the things, and I'm still holding this to this day, hoping this buffoon wakes up one day. This laptop right here is an Asus, and it's an Alienware. This right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. He didn't have one. He had 2.
Oh my!
I don't know if you guys can actually see this here. This is the first one. You can tell because it's really dirty. Okay. It smells like Shanny, I think. And then this one right here. That's not even tipping the iceberg. All right. So yeah, they had a habit of buying the same stuff over and over and over and over and over and over.
Extra money.
So the first, like, do you remember how much rent was at those places that you were saying?
$3,000.
The last one was crazy. It was $3,000.
I still got those thousands of dollars of microphones too. I just want to let you know that I still got those things. All right. I just want to put that out.
$3,000 a month back then.
Covell.
That is a lot.
$3,000 a month, but they had security, and that's why we went there.
Yo,
we wanted
put in the chat. Somebody put in the chat. She knows 777. She says you should sell him back his stuff. Yeah, I should sell him back his stuff. They said Shanny's food bills was $50,000 a year. Okay. This dude gave his uncle a house for $1. Everybody gets on my case for me buying a house for $1, but he gave it to the uncle first. But I spent a heck of a lot more than $1 on that place. I can assure you of that.
I'm more curious. So if you had all this, like, let's just go back to like your first move, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get into this apartment. You guys have a lot of money. Trolls screw up with your life. You guys get harassed through online trolls, whatever, what have you, right?
Yep.
Why leave everything though?
I know.
If you
so to find out about the harassing and all that stuff and whatnot in their personal life, go to Fat Courtney Love's YouTube channel. Go listen to the racist garbage that they were saying on their channels. Guys. Go look at what they were saying when I lived in a house and they threw me out into the cold. It's a lot of stuff this guy's not bringing up, and I am dying to talk to him about that in public with you guys. But he won't do it.
That's
Jason's a liar.
That's what I don't like. Why leave everything? Because I watched a video. I don't know if you know what video that is, but there was a video of
Jason,
I don't know if it was a leasing agent or a land.
To every story you got on here, and you said that I can get on here in front of all of these strangers and I can lie and whatnot. Yet you can't be specific about what I lied about. I see you don't want to come on this YouTube channel. I told you to call me. I told you to give me to email me, and you wouldn't do it. A lot of people started getting suspect. Well, why aren't they why isn't he contacting the Gman? Why won't he? Because his butt ain't gonna be homeless. That's why. I think the uncle's gonna sell that place, and Rev's gonna get a portion of that money. That's what's ultimately gonna happen.
He's still gonna be in there,
or he's about to get that house put in his name. Something like that is about to happen. Anybody believing that these two are gonna stay permanently separated, or believes that this buffoon is going to be living out in the street, y'all seriously need to get hip to your Shanny and Rev's history.
True.
And we're going through one of the places that you lived. Okay. And I will say the place was actually really nice. Like the apartment is very nice. It is way nicer than what I'm living in right now.
Colville.
It is. And the stuff that I saw on there made me nearly vomit. Like
I know.
Living conditions of the house. It was a couple-story house. And it was just like horrendous. There was poop and shit and grime, and the kids' beds. There was piss stains and like feces.
And it's the same now in PA. It's the same damn thing. Nothing changed. Same degenerates there that there is over here.
It just was like, what? So I guess my question is going back. So your first move, why leave
everything? Be a hypocrite, because I believe Shanny and Rev, when they came to the house and they told me that the house was sabotaged. I actually believed it for a little bit, so I don't want to sound like no hypocrite or nothing like that. Then they got kicked out of my house. And how do you think they left it there?
Everything, though. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, it was the circumstances, because every time that they would flood a landlord with so many calls at once, it became, no, you got to get out, not just, they have processes, right? You got to be out in this amount of time. They literally say
typically it's 30 days.
Typically, yes. But they would pull shit with lawyers, I guess, and stuff, and we had to be out in a week.
Hey, Jason, how did they know where you lived? How did they know where you lived? Just curious. I'm almost positive. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure everybody watching this, or 446 people in here, all know that Shanny was the one who told them where you lived.
And 7 days gone. So the circumstances were such that a lot of times we couldn't coordinate getting like a U-Haul and all that stuff.
A lot of you who are new to this probably think that Shanny is evil now, but if you wasn't around when this knucklehead had that money, and they thought that they could just say whatever they wanted to people back then, like the way that those racial slurs were just coming out of their mouths, degrading poor people. A lot of you don't even know about that, but those of you who donate to them, go look at how they talk to poor people. Go look at his opinion, how he was telling people about welfare and mocking people who was getting welfare when he himself was benefiting from welfare, which is the reason why those two didn't get married, because Shanny didn't want to lose her welfare.
I'm telling you, dude, living in the situation we were in together was so uncomfortable that a lot of times we would just get lost by smoking weed and completely not taking care of shit that needed to be taken care of quick.
What was so damn uncomfortable? I don't understand why it's so damn hard to have $750,000 is so uncomfortable in there. Stop. What does that even mean?
What's the consequence? We leave everything, jump in the car, pack clothes and shit, and go to another place. That's what it was. Just mentally
you
ill.
did that 3 times?
3 times.
Yeah, when they left Scranton, and I always tell this story. When I went in there and I took over that house,
you got to stop.
Man, driver's license, a lot of Shanny's personal information, her panties.
All he does is make excuses, and he's never going to learn. Fallon, thank you for the super chat, hon. Today is the day of the kerfluffle in there. If Shannon gets out today, then she goes back there, and if what Gman says is true, that he stays there, then it's going to be a huge knockdown. Somebody going to leave. Thank you for the super chat. I got a feeling she's coming out today, guys. I really do. She is going to go back in there because that house is not getting condemned anytime soon. Okay, so that's that. And thank you for the super chat, sweetheart.
It's like all over the kitchen and everything. It's like, ugh. But anyway, a lot of stuff that a person would normally take was just sitting around there casually on the kitchen table, on the dining room table. I should say, not the kitchen table.
I think Shanny's
kitchen's over here and the dining room's over here. Yeah, a lot of that stuff in the dining room, just sitting there casually. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is true. They just packed up and left because Shanny was rich.
It's crazy, man. Like, do you understand in retrospect how crazy that is? So I saw I don't know how old this. I was watching something a couple weeks ago with you. You and Shanny were in the background, and I saw
How many of you saw the video
on a shelf?
How many of you saw the video when they was kicking me out, when they was trying to embarrass me on the internet, and I got Shanny's panties and I did this, and they showed everybody how big her butt was? How many of you saw that video? How many of you saw the video when I had a bra and I did all of that stuff? I think Dragnut was the one that reviewed that. Dragnut's got a lot of goodies on his channel if he ever decides he wants to show you guys some stuff.
Of a bunch of PlayStation 2 games.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I want those.
I know. I want
those.
You guys, if you want to support the channel privately, my Cash App and PayPal is pinned in the comments, and Kyler just put it in the chat. Thank you, Kyler, so much.
You left them? You left PlayStation 2? Do you know how much those games are worth now?
I do know that, Rep. And the deal is, I put everything I could into that Durango. It was literally
ungrateful.
Puffed.
Ask him how many of those PlayStation 2 games he has now. Just ask him. Ask him, hey, Jason, how many of those PlayStation 2 games you got? GameCube games you got? Nintendo games you got, Genesis games you got. Ask him how many of those he has now.
Out with stuff. And it was really rare shit. So I kept that stuff. The PS2 games, I've thought to myself, well, bro, you can literally get huge lots of PS2 games on eBay for not that much money. eBay's amazing still.
It is. I use it for Pokemon card stuff.
There you go. Exactly. It's great for that. And Magic the Gathering's my shit. That's what I used to love.
Oh,
but
really? We good.
Yeah, man. I had all of that shit, and I built that up over a 1 year period, and I spent only $1,000 on all of it, except the Neo Geo, because Neo Geo's shit is super expensive.
Whoa.
It is.
I had a Neo Geo in the freaking.
I believe the system's worth about $1,000 now, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even $1,100 right now. I should know because this is my closet.
Box, dude. I gave it to G-Man.
I think
the G-Man seems to have a lot of things he's taken from you guys.
Tyler.
We'll get into that later.
Whoa. I take offense to that.
I do.
I didn't take anything from this guy. These things were given to me.
Back to that house.
Because he loved me so much and he wanted me to have the whole world.
Now, do you remember yesterday when we were live and Kyler was on and Raccoon Man and stuff? He had started a live stream, but he only showed up for 2 minutes and then he ended it, right? This was about 12 o'clock? He hasn't been on his channel since. No community tab, no nothing. So what's going on? Mm-hmm.
He wanted me to have the sun, the moon, and the stars because he loved me so. Yeah, right.
He has quite a bit.
Going back to you guys moved 3 times. You leave everything.
Mm-hmm.
What was the landlord's reasoning for why you guys left? Like what? Yeah, they have to give you a reason. Like, is you violating?
They considered us a nuisance to the community. That was always what
ever drives that he was bragging about during the time when he had the $700,000. He was bragging about all them ever drives and how people should have this and have. Please, I got every last one of those ever drives, and I still got them to this day.
Was always the reason.
That was probably very valid, right? I would assume.
Yeah, because the trolls would flood, literally, rep like 500.
So it wasn't because no rent was ever paid or anything. Was rent paid?
Always. Yep.
Always. Okay.
Always. I never had a problem paying rent.
They were calling me the N-word is I didn't know that Jason was only getting about $5,000 a month out of his Apple stocks. I believe it was between $5,000 and $6,000, which makes sense because it would explain why he and Shanny seemed to not have a certain amount of money when they wanted certain things and whatnot. And they had to wait to the end of the month. I didn't learn this till later on, but they only had about $5,000 a month. That would also explain why Shanny would make a YouTube video. Gee, man, I can't believe it. My electric bill is $200. I'll never forget that day. I'll never, ever forget that. As if that was my fault. Forgetting that, no, it wasn't $200. It was $400. Because these buffoons left the air conditioners on when they left to go to Colorado and tried to blame that mess on me.
Because we had plenty of...
buffoon had wet brain. And just like Shanny,
dividends coming in, plenty to cover both places, Glenwood and the Habitat. The first 2, we could cover them no problem. Covell broke the bank over time because it was $3,000 a month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm sure he got a lot of money.
That was it.
And that was pre-COVID.
That's right. And I'm telling
you only get about $5,000 a month from your $700,000. What were you guys doing with the other 2,000? I forgot. My bad. Didn't she have like a $500 joint that she smoked? A $500 joint.
What?
I'm telling you, Westminster's not cheap to live in. It's a bougie area. So,
all right,
it is what it is, man.
And the entire time that they're living in Colorado, they had a free house in Pennsylvania. Didn't go there.
All right, so that gives me a lot of clarity on things and stuff. I want to talk about
one of the things. They're about to talk about me in a minute, but one of the things that gives me great satisfaction is that when these 2 went broke, who do you think they called to pay their bills? Who do you think they called? They didn't call Dragnet. They ain't called Jules. They ain't called none of these. They called me. Same person they was calling the N-word, and they were doing all this other stuff. I was sitting there paying his bills. But let's see with Jason Avocado, Jessica, or whatever the heck his female name is. It's got to say about this next question.
Actually, since Gman was brought up.
Okay.
So Gman, from what I've been researching, Gman sold a house from under you guys. Is that correct? Or sold something under Shanny?
I don't know if you'd put it that way. We gave him a house. My house in Scranton that I used to live in.
You gave him it?
For $1.
For $1.
Why? He was homeless. And
Jason, I'm sorry, I gotta laugh at that. Because we both know that was malarkey. we both know that's malarkey. This is what I'm talking about, man. I gotta get him on my YouTube channel. I want to prove that this crackhead doesn't know what he's talking about. I want to prove it like unconditionally that this crackhead don't know what he's talking about. I'm not even calling him a drunk no more. I'm calling him what he is. He is a straight up crackhead. Doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it was probably her.
Okay?
Very interesting.
When the house was given to me the first time, you had wet brain. Shanny, and I don't know how many times I got to tell the story, Shanny made a video. G-Man, we want to give you a TV. The TV that they wanted to give me, I already showed you guys in videos. It was a 50-inch, one of them big, heavy, with a huge back before the flat screen TVs, I think, existed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or whatever.
I remember that.
They wanted to give me that. Then literally the next video after that, when Biden and all them people were attacking Shanny, calling her a gold digger, and doing all this other stuff.
Well,
G-Man, we want to give you a house. I called Shanny up and said, Shanny, can you please take down that video? Because they know how I feel about my privacy. I absolutely hate it when people violate my privacy, because what I usually do as a receipt is I violate theirs.
Dr.
You know what I mean?
So thank you for the super chat.
They
when he speak. He's sure enough.
They said they wanted to give me a house. So I called them on the phone and I was like, where's the house at? I don't know nothing about owning a home, blah, 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 blah. I eventually went up there. They gave me permission to break into the house, which I ultimately did in front of the police, in front of the neighbors who all knew my name before I got there.
Say my name.
And I stayed there for a couple of months. And then, you know, Shanny went on her racist tirade talking about somebody ain't paying no phone bill. So I got kicked out of there. Then later on, when I had my apartment and I was on here saying that I can afford the taxes, they and at the same time, these two were going broke. Hint, 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 hint. And they didn't have no money. Hint, 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 hint.
Hint, hint.
And they knew they was going to have to go from Colorado back to Pennsylvania. Hint, 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 hint. Conveniently gave me a house for $1. This is why this coward will not come on my channel. I'll destroy Jason. I just don't know. I will absolutely destroy this guy.
Didn't need that house anymore. I intended on staying in Colorado. So I said, wait, G-Man's homeless? Screw that. We're going to give him the house for $1.
Jesus. Man, I'm in the wrong place.
You can give me a house for $1. So
when I got the house the first time, I got kicked out of there in a very humiliating fashion. The second time, after going through all of that drama, the summer of me and all of the other mess that I went through and whatnot, when the enemy of my enemy became my friend, is when I got the house.
There is no new post in Revs.
I could have had a house from you for $1.
If I knew you, then rep. And
I don't understand why sell the house for $1 to him though. Like, what's the motive? Like,
because I knew he could never afford paying for the full house. I mean, it's $160,000 house.
Actually,
Rev, it still don't make sense. Even if he can't afford $160,000, but $1? $1?
In the beginning, I think I was offered I was offered 90, and then I was offered 130 or 150, I think it was. And then I believe that day I couldn't bring the person in there because the house smelled like fungus feet mixed with sex. And I couldn't have nobody go inside the house. You know, I was waiting about that day too, because I was mad that day. I yelled at everybody, kids included, clean up this place or you're going to have to get out. I was pretty hot that day. I was not a nice guy that day.
I looked at
and I almost had that house sold for about 150 grand. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So he would never be able to pay me that. So I just wanted the guy to have a roof over.
It's one of those whisper down the lane thingies and whatnot. He's trying to clout chase right now. I gave Gman a house because he was homeless. If you guys actually go take a look at the timeline, you'll see that this is baloney.
You are correct.
This is baloney.
I stand corrected. So he put a community tab 7 minutes ago. It says, "Hey, all, I'm doing okay. I've got a lot to do, so I won't be around much." I bet you won't, Owen. A lot to do? I bet you do. You lying heifer. What you got a lot to do? Wipe her ass again? Or eat her Bloody Mary? Because she out of the damn loony bin and everything's back to normal. What you got other than that to do? The house ain't being condemned. I know it, you know it, and everybody else knows it. Lying heifer. Lying heifer.
Boney. Go look at the timeline.
His head, I cared about him as a Christian.
So you sold a house to G-Man for $1.
By the way, the channel to look at is Fat Courtney Love.
They all trying to figure out how we're going to manage to tell everybody what we're doing, this, that, the other. That's all it is, and you having a lot of sex. That's it.
And I'm going to say this again. Fat Courtney Love. Go to that channel. They're going to call the police if I go back to the house. Shanny said I use.
You know, Reb, I am just disgusted with your behavior. I really am. Why can't Gmail sell all the belongings he still got from that piece of shit and give the money to the boys who were actually affected so they can do something that makes them happy. I mean, I don't know. That's maybe something he could answer. I mean, that is a good thought, you know. But G-Man, yeah, maybe you can answer that. I mean, do you have any intentions on helping those kids out? You know? Thank you for the super chat, hon.
A credit card. Shanny said I did this. Shanny said I did that. They were calling me the N-word. This buffoon called me the N-word. He said he says he's gonna kill me. All this other stuff that was happening on Fat Courtney Loves YouTube channel. Go look 7 more
super chats that we reached.
What I'm talking about. It's full of it. And then what was going on between myself and Drag when I finally got the house back. Go take a look at it.
Out of good nature because you just enjoyed his presence as a friend.
Lie. And
just because I knew him
when he says this, you're gullible. You don't know your history the way you think you do. He's lying.
Him from YouTube. I really enjoyed what he did, correcting the doctrine of Black Hebrew Israelite individuals. I liked that content, and I was like, "No way, there's not going to be a brother on this."
So something positive about him. He was giving me $500 as a tithe because of what I was doing with the Hebrew Israelites. I personally think Shanny had a lot to do with that because I think Shanny was with him for the money, but she wanted me physically. And I got a lot of reasons to believe that based on phone calls when I lived in there and my relationship with her before.
Shanny wants everybody.
You know, stuff hit the fan.
Street. I can't give him the house for $1. I don't care. Do it.
And Shanny referred to that house as a piece of garbage. She referred to the green Jeep that she wishes she had today was a piece of garbage. That he wishes he had today. That they both called the piece of garbage. They lied about giving it to the Salvation Army. And one of the funniest things about that house, I don't want to talk about it too much. He had a will written in pencil talking about how if something happens to him, he wants the house to go to the YMCA. No, not the YMCA.
The YMCA.
The Salvation Army.
Ain't nobody sending no home to YMCA.
Not until they move back in it.
And we, you know,
yeah, that is something else, man. I would love to buy a house for $1. Well, if you ever get a house again, let me know and I'll buy you. I'll give you $1,000 for a house because that was a good deal for G-Man. So
he cannot write it in no damn pencil, sending it to the YMCA. He's you crazy.
So G-Man got the house.
If you wouldn't have took the house that he's in right now, you wouldn't have wanted that house then. Okay, I spent a nice hunk of change. I think about maybe between 30 and 40 grand on that place, getting that place together. Again, people, it's easy to say, "Oh, G-Man got the house for $1," but the roof was caved in, the kitchen was caved in, his mother's room had rainwater all over the place, all over all this stuff and whatnot. That place is falling apart, and I had to get to work very fast, very fast.
There was no like scam, or it had nothing to do with taxes or anything. You just give him the house for $1.
That's right. And then over time, of course, because of costs of the house.
Something else that Jason's not talking about is all of the back taxes that was not paid on the house.
Oh,
a lot of stuff about that he ain't talking about too.
Oh, hell.
Okay. A lot of back taxes wasn't paid. I think it was like between $4,000 and $8,000 in back taxes because of grass being too high for a long period of time.
I never saw that.
There's a whole bunch of violations that place had. Like, I'm pretty sure the house that he's in right now has got similar violations. If I got that house for $1, I go to the same nonsense again. That's why I kind of passed on it because I remember I had to go through with this first.
I called and they said it's going to be condemned, but they don't know when. And it's not going to happen now. And the uncle is in agreement with the house being condemned. We don't know when. There is no date. So Rev has time. And that means Shanny has time. If at this point, the house is going to get condemned, why won't they allow Shanny back in? Until it's condemned. Then she's going to have to leave. The uncle didn't want to kick her out in the wintertime anyway, or whatever the case may be. She's coming back into that house. She's going to leave that. You know when she'll leave that house? If and when Rev has to leave that house. That's the only time she's leaving. Not before, not after.
It can become a burden to people because there's bills.
Yeah, there's property taxes for houses. Like, In my state, it's not cheap. Like you have a $500,000 house, it's like $6,000-7,000 a year of property taxes.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. And Scranton, just
$7,000. $500,000 house would easily be, I would say, probably 15 to 20,000, depend. And if it's in Scarsdale or something like that, you're talking 30,000.
Scranton tax alone. The last time
he's right about what he's about to say here. When I had that house, the taxes over there, man, it starts at $3,000.
But you can't get a house for $500,000.
And now it's I can't imagine what it is now.
In White Plains.
But just the city
you can't
tax
even get a house. The average house is
over
like
$3,000
you have to pay
a year. That's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. $3,000 in taxes for just 1 year. That's rough. But it goes to pay for everything in the city, allegedly. So
this is before I sold the house.
Interesting. That's fascinating. All right. So
I say allegedly.
Are you on good terms with Gman?
I wouldn't. No.
Why?
Well,
and look, I don't know the lore between you two at all. Like, I'm completely naive and ignorant to it, and I'm not even being sarcastic here in my tone. Like, I genuinely don't know.
Oh, he's like, good.
What's up with that? Like,
okay,
you guys are not close to somebody who you sold a house to for $1.
Exactly.
I know. Things happen. Words were said.
Sit down. I'll give you
words
temptation
on both sides. Lies were told, and I just. The possibility of a friendship in my mind is just like I was telling you before. How could I do it? If somebody would look at any number of people and lie to their audience directly about you, and they know they're lying, how could I be his friend again?
What did Gman lie to you about, or lie about you two on his YouTube channel?
I mean, all the slander about CA. The stuff with the kids, man. There was look. We got letters.
Oh God. Okay. All right. The last time I was on the phone with Jason Egroff, the last time I was on the phone with him, he wanted back his GameCube, the red one. And the reason why he wanted the GameCube, because I was offering him his what the heck was I offering him? I think he wanted one of the lightsabers back. He wanted like a laptop. I think he wanted like one of the EverDrives. He wanted back, maybe all of them. He wanted his Sega. But the thing that like I said, you saw the beginning of this video where you saw me at the house or whatever and whatnot during that time. I promised to give him his stuff and whatnot, right? Or whatever. He knew the conditions and everything and whatnot. And I was talking to him. I didn't want to talk to Shanny because I was just done with her. I didn't want nothing to do with her. And she was there.
I don't blame you.
No, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. No. I got this wrong. No, during this time, apparently, Shanny wasn't supposed to be there. This is important for what I'm going to say a little later in this video. I got this one all wrong. Shanny wasn't supposed to be there. It was just supposed to be him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then all of a sudden, because Shanny and him are friends and they broke up. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So he wanted the red GameCube because he said the GameCube belonged to Shanny and he wanted to give her back her GameCube. So, mind you, he's telling me on the phone that she's not there. Of course, I don't believe him, but he's sitting there telling me that she's not there and whatnot. And then I say, I'm not giving you nothing to give back to her. And I brought up what happened the last time I was there when I was trying to give him candy. I was going to give him an RV, give him like about 10 grand and all this other stuff and whatnot. I remember all of this. And then all of a sudden, Gman, you're a N. I'm hitting record on my phone, trying to record it. Turns out that only my voice is recorded.
I think you can, LZ.
You're an N, hard A. No, I'm sorry, hard R, my bad. And then I made my YouTube video about it, talking about it. And I have the archive to prove it on here. He admits it when he was on somebody else's YouTube channel. And I think it's the one with the little fluffy thingy on it. And I think Hussey was responding to one of the videos or whatever.
What I do now?
He was calling me the N-word multiple times the last time I talked to him. That's when I was like done with him. Y'all see how many different times I even offered the man back his house. I said, listen to me. You leave Shanny, you get a job, you get off the booze, you do this, and this.
Hey,
I'll give you back your house. It's all documented. Carrie covered it. You can go take a look at it. You can see for yourself.
And you don't even have to do that. That's
in the mail, and I read them
Didn't even
on
wanna
air.
trust
On I think it was on Loudmouth Hussey.
That's
that interview. I read those letters out live. And
from what, CPS?
Yes. And they said from the start, the CA stuff was unfounded. There was no proof of it. None.
So let me get this right here. First, you admit that you kicked Zachary when you made your home from prison video, that you was a terrible person and whatnot. Then you make another video and say you didn't. Then you make a video and say you did. And then you make another video saying you didn't. Jason, we call that lying. It's either you did or you didn't. You can't do both at the same time. That breaks the law of non-contradiction. You can't actually say you did and you didn't do it at the same time. You either kicked them or you didn't. And this is all out of your own mouth, XX Archives.
That's correct.
It's all there. And then you don't want to take XX Archives word for it. Go listen to One Bad Bee when she was on here. Go take a look at Jules Tells All, your new buddy and everything and whatnot. Go look at Burnt Toast. Go look at my God, the whole internet has it. You're just as abusive as Shanny is. Go look at what happened, why you two originally got kicked off of YouTube when you was in the car and you got mad at one of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Stop with the nonsense, you liar. Stop it.
Stop it.
You told me you did it. Shanny told me you did it.
True word.
William told me you did it, and it was scared of you.
Hey, Blue-Eyed Floozy.
But I get it, Jason. You want to look as good as possible to all these people who don't like you.
Right.
Listen to me, dude. If you're gonna try to be me, do a better job at that. Like honestly, it's just better if you just keep it real, be you, and you might get a little bit of respect from some people. But don't get on here and say, "Oh, I never did it," and I got paperwork saying I never did it. Dude, all I gotta do is go to XX Archive and have you talk. That's it. It's all I gotta do.
So they said we are not going to bother you with this anymore. You're not going to hear about it again because we did a full investigation of both states. Even they did a cross-state investigation with Colorado and verified that there was never any evidence of abuse on.
Fallon, thank you so much for the super chat, hon. Let's see what Fallon got to say. Well, at least I don't have run a 24-hour live and save my own brain. But I will still expose them. They are both liars, and anyone who falls them. Anyone who falls them is. What is that? Chooch? I can't. Why is that not showing what it is? Oh, Chooch. Yes. Oh, yeah. They need to continuously be exposed for sure. Because he continues to lie and he's out here trying to expose Shanny. And at the same time, he's the one you're exposing yourself. And I wonder what you're doing today. You're so busy. Why, if you're doing stuff, why can't you vlog? Thank you for the super chat.
On the boys ever.
Okay, so that leads me to my next question.
Another question I want to ask Jason. Jason,
when me and you were
doing guy talk and we were walking down Fisk to go to the convenience market, you tell me that Shanny body slammed one of the boys in Boulder, Colorado. Oh, look. So let me tell you something. If you guys want to see a spicy interview, where I don't, because I'm not one of these nice people in here that's going to hold back. He'll rage quit within 10 minutes. I promise you.
That's
within 10 minutes, he'll rage quit.
That's a true word. I believe it. I believe it.
Why did Shanny
even
lose custody of her children?
To stay in the room.
She lost. Okay, which time? Okay, because there's two times.
Both. I want to know both.
Okay, in 2012, she lost them because of a self-termination attempt.
Okay.
They were taken away from her for like a year, and then in the meantime, she found my channel, dropped to her knees, and prayed to Christ, and she saw his feet, and she had a very religious, you'd say, experience and found Christ, and said, "Please, Lord, if you could do one thing, just get me my children back." And they did come back. They did. She got them back.
I don't know the YouTubers' names, but one of them I think is what the heck was that guy name? He was at their trial when they was in Boulder, Colorado. I forget his name. He's an atheist. I forget his name, but is it? I forget his name. But he made a YouTube video about Shanny's so-called conversion to Christianity, which is why I have a totally different attitude about Shanny and her so-called Christianity. Agent of Doubt, that's his name, Agent of Doubt. Contact Agent of Doubt and ask him
I don't know who
about Shanny when she was an atheist, and then when she converted to Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you'll see why sometimes I'll refer to Shanny as a female Brett Keane.
So she was suicidal, essentially.
Yes.
And that's what she lost in the first time. Why was the second time?
The second time, she didn't lose them. The second time, it's not the right way to put it, because there was no court involved in it. There was no battle. CPS came to our place in Scranton while we were staying there with Gman owning the place. And it was no longer a possibility for us to afford feeding the whole household. It became impossible with the amount of money that they're.
Okay, so this is okay. So I don't know how real I kept this with you guys regarding this particular time, but what he just said is a bold-faced lie.
Don't even make
Let me explain
sense.
why.
No.
First of all, there were YouTubers that was mailing them food on a regular basis. Y'all need to understand something about Shanny and Rev. Okay, if it ain't McDonald's, if it ain't pizza,
It ain't good enough.
If it ain't fast food, then you didn't give them anything.
Right. She
Shrek
like
does
a
not
pizza.
here, so I
She
can't get him
do
to
a
confirm what I'm
Chinese
about to say and
food.
whatnot.
Perkins.
But there was a time when YouTubers was sending them air fryers. YouTubers was sending them microwaves.
You don't need no
things like
damn air
that.
fryer.
I know
They
this
still
because
doing it.
if you look at the photo I used to use when I was making my videos about them earlier in the room, you would actually see all of that stuff around the big TV. Okay, and it would be like the air fryers, and it would be all the stuff that people were donating. You remember when I kicked them out, I showed you in the cabinets, there was rice in there. There was food that you had to actually take the time out to cook.
She ain't cooking nothing.
So the food was there. They would not cook.
That's
another
true.
piece of lore that
It's
you need to
still
know
there
about
in the
Jason is
freezer.
Jason never wanted the kids to be there to begin with. He has said on multiple occasions that he wished that it was just him and Shanny, and he didn't want the kids around. When they were streaming, the kids was in the room. They couldn't even socialize with their own mother. And this is where I'm going to defend Shanny a little bit.
But y'all,
they couldn't even socialize with their own
frozen entrees. All you got to do is put in the microwave for 6 minutes. That's not even hard. Even if you are lazy, Shanny, you could have had Rev put it in the damn microwave and bring it to you. You just an ungrateful old gluttonous old pet.
Mother, because this buffoon didn't want them to come in the room.
I know it's in the box.
I witnessed that with my own 2 eyes. I'm not saying that Shanny's good or whatever.
They got a microwave.
I'm just telling you that they was afraid of this guy. All right. So, and then they had this bed that was on the floor. On one side of the bed, you had junk food. You had donuts, Twinkies, cookies. I don't know the exact brands, but the point is they had little Debbie's. Let me be a little bit more specific because then they're gonna say that Shanny don't eat this and Shanny don't eat that. They had like little Debbie's. They had like they had cookies. They had like Dr. Pepper and all that other stuff on one side of the bed. On the other side of the bed, they had like all this other food that they were hoarding because Jason kept saying that if they put the food downstairs, the kids would eat it.
See?
That's not true. Zachary was a very picky eater. And Zach, let me tell you something. I used to buy boxes of cereal, 10 boxes of cereal, but he would not eat certain food. If I didn't buy certain food, Zachary, especially Zachary, he wouldn't eat certain food. William will back me up on this.
You know,
he would not eat certain food.
He did for those people as much as he, could. He did for Shanny, Rev, those kids, and he's still offering.
They had the food. There were times that they had construction bags full of food that wasn't even eaten, that they didn't particularly like, that they threw in the garbage.
Because I remember that house in Colorado, there was so much food in that fridge that was just spoiled, open, and just left there to just nobody was touched. It was just a mess. Nasty.
For the food. They didn't want to be parents. I think that's what actually happened.
That's the true word.
I was actually at work when CPS called, and they wanted me to agree to be at the house for 20, I think what was it, 20 hours or 30 hours a week or something like that. And I had to sign some documents saying that I was going to be their guardians and I was going to look after them for like a bunch of different things or whatnot on that day on the phone. I said I can't do that. I got to work. I worked like 12-hour days during that particular time. I couldn't do it. Okay. Then they get on YouTube. Well, we had to give up the kids. We couldn't take care of them no more. We were doing a good thing. We could no longer provide for our kids.
I'm back.
Cut the nonsense, Jason. Cut it.
I had to get it cooked.
You and Shanny are the masters of half truths.
Or was there for EBT card. So it was decided that
that place that messed up my turkey sandwich, and I got the order yesterday. Y'all, they didn't hook me up with a whole bunch of cookies and potato salad.
best move to make, not just in the food thing, but me being in the household with them now after the Zach thing. That's another issue. And so there were two issues.
Zachary.
Oh, they got macadamia
Why would
nuts in here.
Zachary be afraid of you?
Oh, hell.
You see, one of the things about these two is that they'll lie, and then they'll forget the lie that they told, and then they'll start telling on themselves. Absolutely ridiculous. This is why I don't believe nothing that's going on today. I would not be surprised if Shanny and Rim came out tomorrow and said, "We got you, trolls. We got you." And starts counting money on camera or whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened tomorrow. I don't think it's going to, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened tomorrow. I really would. And if they do that, y'all should flag them into y'all should flag them into the ice age.
Wait, what did the issue was?
Do that? Absolutely ridiculous.
Mainly.
This is why I don't believe nothing that's going on today. I would not be surprised if Shanny and Rev came out tomorrow and said, "We got you, trolls. We got you."
Yup.
And starts counting money on camera or whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened tomorrow. I don't think it's going to, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened tomorrow. I really would. And if they do that, y'all should flag them into y'all should flag them into the ice age.
Main issue was we couldn't feed the boys correctly anymore.
Okay.
There was not enough money to do it.
I mean, if that's a valid reason to take kids if you can't feed them.
Mm-hmm. It's very valid. But they didn't take them. That's not an accurate.
They had food. I just don't know how to describe it. Describe it. I don't know how to describe it. They had food on one side of the bed and on the other side of the bed, and they had food downstairs. Now, was it the kind of food that Zachary would want to eat? I don't know. Was it the kind of food that William wanted? I don't know. I do know that there were times when they didn't have enough food to even feed their the guinea pig. The guinea pig, I think, died of being too cold. Because when I used to go to the house, William always asked me to buy vegetables and guinea pig food. And I used to love doing that for William. William's a good kid. Okay. And as much as I talk about ABC and 1, 2, 3 Club and everything and whatnot, when he told me that he was that way, I was more of a support than anything for him. He'll tell you. Ask him. I was more supportive than Shanny, that's for sure.
Way of putting it, because when you take kids from somebody, there's court involved. This was voluntary. The boys said, "Yeah, we want it," and mom and dad said, "Mom," reluctantly, she didn't want to.
That's why the kids wanted to get out that house too, is because they couldn't be kids. You can't expect to have a child sit in a bedroom.
Kids did not want to get out of the house. Will said it when he was on panel with carrying them, and he said they were crying for days. They didn't want to go. That's a lie.
All day. Why YouTube blah 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 on the internet all day?
Hey, straight.
She didn't want to say go, but she said yes. I said absolutely. It's the best thing for them.
So
that's what happened.
She also said right after they left, now she can sit down and play video games and have fun. It's like a vacation.
That's not the kids being taken. It's not.
That's kind of sad though. Like that's really sad.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, it wasn't horrible that day.
But it was a consequence of bad action in Colorado. There were times when things were very messed up because of mainly being too high, I would say.
When I got another theory though, and I think I can back it up with past videos on here. We're just simply not caring about another person. If you listen to Shanny whenever she vents on here, she's not venting for another person, another person's health, another person's mindset, another person's mental health, another person's beliefs, or nothing like that. 100% of the time when Shanny is venting, she's venting about her precious little heart.
Oh, it's her.
I don't know what real love is. Shanny, if you don't know what real love is, you never knew Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Let me say this again. If you never know, if you have no idea what real love is, you don't know Jesus, you never knew Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Ever. There's no way in the world you're gonna tell me that you're saved and you're washing the blood of Jesus and you don't know what real love is. Cut the baloney.
Were you guys ever on food stamps at any point with providing for the kids or no?
Oh yeah, for years. Yeah,
300. I think at the uncles the first time they had about $300 or $400. that they were getting for the stamps. And then when they moved into the house that I owned, she was getting about 300 or something, whatever. Their dumb behinds was going to the convenient mart, and they wouldn't actually go to they wouldn't actually do real food shopping. The convenient mart, I think that's where One Bad B was working at. If you walk down from that house all the way down to the corner, that's where the convenient mart was. It was extremely
he calls that place Tizzy.
But all they had to do was go to Walmart, because when I went there, I wasn't trying to hear that convenient mart garbage. We went to Walmart, or we went to one of them supermarkets.
We were on EBT even at the end of Colorado. Shanny signed up for EBT because
Shanny was getting EBT the entire time he was in Colorado, because U2 wasn't married, and that wasn't stopping her from getting EBT.
How do you? Maybe I'm under. How do you get that though? If you have like a bunch of money though, and you're living in like
married, that's how.
A place that has like
you don't got a pot to
rent. Like, I don't know. I thought that's for low income.
If that's true, but if you got kids, then it could be considered like supplemental nutrition SNAP program.
Or you're not in a relationship with somebody who has all of that money. So when she goes applies, it's just me and the kids. Her plan from day one, and Rev, I keep telling you this, dude. I believe that Shanny's plan from day one. I think Dragnut called it. I don't know about BGTV. I think Dragnut called it, and I think Miss Parker called it. Dragnut definitely called it. Her goal, no, it wasn't Drag. I think it was who was it? Spackle. I know it was.
I don't know them neither.
But they called it early. They said that she wanted his money and she wanted my body. That's what it was. She wanted his money and she wanted my body, and she wasn't getting my body. I don't care how badly she wanted it. She wasn't getting the chocolate.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Right. So it's actually for the kids. So we benefit, of course, because it's food for the household. But the main reason we got it was for the boys. That's the main reason.
I can't wait for him to make a video.
Because
I can't wait for him to make a video and tell me I'm lying. I can't wait.
Thank you, Storm.
Because then the video response would be super easy.
They check your bank account.
And yet Shanny ate it all.
She didn't have a bank account. You did, though. My God, man. No disrespect to Caucasian people, but oh my God, man. Oh. Especially the ones that come from privilege. I don't know nothing about how to. Anyway, Jason's a moron. That's all I got to say. Jason's a moron.
Degenerate.
So much. She ate more. Did she? Okay, I have another. Did she ever? Sorry, I'm speaking off the cuff. This is all. I have actually no interview questions. That I have a couple that I wrote out, but like this is going completely off what I originally wanted to do in this video, and I love this. This is all natural and organic. Nothing is scripted here.
That's the way it should be.
When it comes to Shanny, did she ever hoard food from her children? Or did you ever hoard food from the children? Did either of you ever take food and make sure that the kids couldn't have it?
Absolutely not.
Liar.
It was the opposite.
You're a liar.
Like, when we'd buy stuff, it'd be a day and a half, and half of it was gone. And all
right, let me see if I have this.
You a liar, Rev, because you just said that she was hoarding the food. She was putting the food right next to her bed. See, this is why you getting back with her, because you still protecting her. And you don't want her to come home and whoop that
picture on my thing here real quick. Hold on. Let me see if this did I delete it, or is it still on here? Let's see. How many of you have access to Dragnut's members only stream that he did when I was on that channel? You can go to Dragnut's members only stream and you can see what I'm talking about. You'll see the bed, you'll see what the food was and whatnot. What he just said was a bold-faced lie, and I don't have it on here, but it's on my computer. But it's on my other one. It's on my Dell. If I cut the other computer on and I were to show you the picture, you'll be able to see it. But I don't have it on here because I had to make room on here for the other channel and the things that I do on the other channel. But man, I should have left that on here. But anyway, let's go back to the you can go to Dragnut's if he has an archive or something like that, or you can contact him and he'll let you see the actual whatchamacallit. All right.
Thank you for the super chat. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta bring it closer so I can read it. Melanie, thank you, hon. I'm sorry, but if a child comes to you, Gman, and says they're scared of Rev, and you've seen exactly what was going on, and why their living conditions were as an adult, you're guilty as well. You know, that's interesting you make that point. I kind of brought that up when he first came on my channel because he did an interview. I did an interview with him last year, and I said, if you saw how bad things were, why didn't you say anything? Right? I did bring that. I don't remember what he said or if he said anything at all. But yeah, that's a good point. And thank you for the super chat.
So he's lying right now. They did. They had food on opposite.
I started telling them, guys, look, I understand you're hungry, but you can't just eat almost an entire box of Hot Pockets in one sitting. You can't do it.
So that was the kids doing that, not Shanny.
No, Shannon would. She'd eat.
They were doing it because they were hungry. I think you know something about that, Jason. Go look in the mirror. They were hungry. They were hungry. Hot Pockets is not food.
That's true.
That them children should be eating on the day-to-day basis. What should happen is that their adult parents should be boiling rice, making beans, putting some vegetables on, and cooking some meat instead of streaming all day, lying to people about how perfect their life is.
Hot Pocket one, and then
one Hot Pocket for a whole day.
No, not for the whole day. No. But she had her own stuff that she'd usually keep by herself, like chips and stuff and cookies. She,
even when you was in jail, buffoon, she was actually holding the food in the room and everything and whatnot.
Rev, do you remember that Italian dinner that you guys ordered? She ordered the eggplant parmesan with the pasta and the salad and the chocolate cake. You forgot how she hoarded that? And she's like, oh, well, Rev doesn't want anything. No, I'm just ordering for myself. And she gave you the salad that was complimentary. Right? Because she claims she loves salad so much, but yet she never eats it. She gave you that salad. And you ate it like it was T-bone steak, honey. You devoured that. You're like, this is so good. This is so good. Because that was the time where you were like emaciated. You weren't eating anything. And you were saying that you're on a calorie deficit intake and you want to bulk up. How do you bulk up when you're not eating? First of all. And that was when you were sitting next to her in that chair and spinning all the time with your neck twitching left to right and in circles. Remember? And you ate that. And then she opened up her slice of chocolate cake from the styrofoam container. And then she broke that little top piece off of the styrofoam container that had a smear of the chocolate frosting. And she says, here, you want to taste? On camera, she humiliated you like that. Don't tell me she didn't hoard the food. Don't tell me.
The only difference is when this guy got locked up for doing what he did with Zachary, the kids was actually able to chill out with their mom in the room. Because when Shanny was trying to give me the hard sell, she'll sit there, and Jason can't tell me I'm lying about this because Jason wasn't there. He was too busy being looked upon as somebody's future jail wife. You know what I mean? But they was trying to tell me how they couldn't even hang out with their own mother because of him. Now, whether or not, they was being.
That was the time, like, he really looked bad. And people are like, you're not eating, Rev. You're not eating. And he was like, yeah, I am. Look, I got food in the refrigerator. And he goes, I'll even show you. And he showed this old El Paso salsa jar that when I tell you guys, it didn't even have 1 tablespoon of salsa in there. And he's like, look, I got food. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, dude, are you kidding me? He was emaciated. How could you be eating if you're losing weight and you're all skin and bones? I mean, how are you lying to us?
100% truthful or whatever is one thing, but the point of the matter is that they was a lot happier when he wasn't around. When he came back, they was afraid and they was scared and they were crying, saying we don't want him to come back. And I know this because I was standing there when they said it.
has a thing with hoarding food near her wherever she's at.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing with her.
Oh, by the way, William, if you're watching
hoard food and keep
real quick, because you'll understand this when I show you this. I finally got them, William. Let me show you. I mean, anybody can get them now because they're not too expensive if you know where to go get them. But I got the radio glasses. If you're watching this, William, but these are shades. These are the radio ones. You can put these on and you can listen to the radio. I finally got them. So for those of you who don't know, I took William to Circuit City. I think we were looking for a something for his laptop or something like that, or something for school or something like that. And we were looking at these together, and I told him one day I was going to get them, but I finally got them. Anyway, let's continue.
From the kids, and now you're saying that she has an issue of hoarding.
Not from the kids. No, she wasn't hoarding it from the kids, Rep. No.
Then who's she hoarding it from?
She just has it for herself. She'll have
And
like
by
a
the
thing
way,
of cookies.
in defense, it wasn't just Shanny. It was Jason doing this too. It wasn't just Shanny. As a matter of fact, a lot of you may not know this, and I can't believe I'm defending the Minnesota Barracuda. Shanny was already terrible, but this guy was putting some stuff into this woman's head about her own children. And Jason, if you think I'm lying, why don't you come on this channel? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, Jason.
Because you got some recent videos that will support what I'm going to say.
Master, I'm on television.
That she's knowingly buying that are going to be hers.
Before
and she keeps them by her bed.
Why did you let this go on? And let me tell you something. If those kids was hungry, Gman, take me to the store. And I took them to the store and I got them what they wanted.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, these are the parents. I can only do but so much. And I mentioned this on this channel before.
They know I'm on television. They keep calling me.
There are some things
they
that
watching
I'm
me.
not going to talk about it.
That's a thing for her.
And the kids never came in and like took her own cookies or anything like that?
Oh, no. They would. They got their own. They had their own tons of snacks and everything. Like we got the vast majority of the food money was spent on stuff going in their mouth because they needed it. They're grown kids.
But the people that donate to these guys and they say that they don't have food. Quick story. I told this story on here a million times. If you haven't heard it before, you're going to hear it now. There was one time they was doing a fundraiser. And I believe that Dragnut was really getting on them hard. I think that was around the time when Jason made that video calling Dragnut the N-word like 40 times.
For the super chat. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Your cat's filthy vomit chunks. Jason, remember that giant sub sandwich she ate in front of your face and offered you only one bite? I don't know if I remember that. She did that so? Or I think there was a burrito that she ate and she offered him a bite or something like that. She's just disgusting. She's disgusting. Thank you, Hunt, for the super chat.
And I think it was around that time period.
Yeah, I'm sure he remembers.
He said, Dragnut, you are the biggest, nastiest, and this on Fat Courtney Love's channel, I think. No.
Y'all remember that? Uh-huh.
It's on what's that English dude name? Irish bot. Filthy beep 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 beep. He's calling him the N-word multiple times. So during that particular time, I remember them calling me up saying, G-Man, we don't got no food. And their magic number was $30. They wanted me to go on my Cash App. They wanted me to give them $30. You know, it got to the point that I told them that I knew what they wanted the money for. And I told them this anyway. So we talked about that in past videos. Let's move on. So I go over there. I'm ready to go food shopping and buy them all this food. And this is when Jason's accurate about my attitude, about me yelling at them and whatnot. He's very accurate about this. Because when I went down them stairs and I looked in that refrigerator and I saw a pack of hot dogs that I just bought them the last time I was there. They had these packs where you get like 30 or 40 hot dogs in them. Like the Nathan Franks or the Sabrett Franks. They got them really big economy
Yeah, they
packs.
got the big ass ones.
And they didn't even touch them. And they're on YouTube telling everybody that they don't got no food.
Oh, they don't want to eat that.
You know, if you know my personality on YouTube, you already know what I said to them.
They couldn't survive if they weren't eating the type of food that they were eating. Like they had to have calories, and that. But I'm telling you, that's the reason that they had to go because the
Wait a minute, hold on a minute. So they had to have calories. If I'm not mistaken, what you consider calories is a big jar of peanut butter. Because that's all you was eating until I showed up. and bought Kentucky Fried Chicken. By the way, people that like that, other people like it too.
You guys, I don't understand. If you have kids and you're getting the food stamps to feed your kids, and it's supposed to be enough to feed both of them. If it's not covering the food, do they just come and take away your kids? Or do they try to find different outlets, services, organizations where they could bring money or food to you instead of just ripping your family apart? Because if they're going to another home, like, I don't understand. They would, that's what I'm saying. They would offer other resources. I don't think they would. There are multiple resources. They do not just take the kids. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Rev, we see the condition of the house. You can't even have cats around you. Your home is not even up to par for pets. We saw the condition for Colorado. There was plenty of food in that refrigerator. Plenty. I remember seeing a lot of frozen food, a lot of open stuff that were just not even like wrapped up, tied up, put back in the freezer. It was just open lids. There was plenty of food. But what you don't want to talk about is the condition of the bathroom, the litter box, the bed sheets, how dirty it was. Like, there was no corner in that condo that was clean. That, you mean to tell me, has no part of it? It's the food? No, you guys had food. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And then you can tell the day that the kids were out of the house, how like she was like, yeah, we can play games. We can play video games. Like, we all came to this conclusion that this is the best thing to do. I'm sure. You nasty pig. How do you even stream when your kids are taken away? Not one tear comes down your face, and you're talking about video games? And Rev is going to end up taking you back. Rev, you're disgusting. You know, I had a tad bit of respect for you as just because you're a human being. Okay? And honestly, I have zero respect for you now. Zero.
You know what I mean? I bought you Kentucky Fried Domino's or Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I will buy you guys all this kinds of fast food, like
true.
Subway or Blimpie. I think it was Subway, not Blimpie. It was Subway. And I buy you all that food and whatnot. But then when I'm gone, I love my peanut butter. While, you know, that woolly mammoth that you called the girlfriend and whatnot, the Minnesota Barracuda, Bigfoot over there, was eating up the whole household.
E-card just could not cover it.
Oh, y'all care about
like
cigarettes.
Half a thing of Hot Pockets, and it's gone. And that's like a $20 box. So then you go back and get another $20 box. And by the end of the month,
why are you feeding Hot Pockets?
You're definitely at zero.
Like, why are you feeding your kids Hot Pockets? Where is the food?
Bro, and it's not the end of the month. It's like mid-month, you're out of money and there's no food. So that was unacceptable to do to the kids. That's complete. That I saw it that way.
Know, in my brain, something just doesn't like.
It depends.
I don't know. Was
this one up the last comment? Let me see something here. Daniel 69. All right. It depends on who he's talking to. Repsion said that he didn't know the lore. If he knew the lore, Jason would be more honest. He's talking to somebody who's ignorant, but he forgets that the people that are watching actually knows the real history and whatnot. And then those would be the same people that he's going to go and beg money for later. This guy's a compulsive liar, man.
He has 2 kids or 3?
2. Boys.
Zachary, and what's the other name?
Will.
You guys, if they cooked at home, it wouldn't be that expensive. It really would not. A whole pack of chicken drums or thighs, and I'm talking about like maybe 12 of them or 14 of them, is literally $5, $6. What, $7 if you don't get organic? I mean, you don't need 12 thighs to feed 4 people. But even if you did, $5, $6, a couple of cups of rice, which is worth nothing, and you can make some vegetables, how much to feed that family? How much is eggs? It's not that expensive. It's ordering out that's expensive. But if you literally cooked like most freaking people, there's nothing wrong with, you can afford 2 kids. Rice is not expensive. Pasta is not expensive. Chicken is not expensive. And you can have meat too once in a while. What's wrong with Armenians eat rice every day for dinner with some type of a stew on top? Italians eat pasta every day with some kind of meat or chicken, rice. Like what is this Hot Pockets bullshit or ordering out bullshit? That should be like once a week. Maybe you guys order out pizza.
Will.
Yeah, that's what William, but he goes by Will.
Groceries, especially back then.
I don't know. I have a hard time making sense of that. Food.
Well, did Shanny eat? Yeah, she ate. Look at her; she kept the weight that she had on her.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
she ate, sure, but was she keeping food from the boys? Absolutely not. That's not accurate. No, they had lots of food, but it wasn't enough for them.
Did she ever keep anything from the kids?
I mean, maybe if there was a candy or something that she knew they'd go through in one sitting, she might dole it out to them.
Rev,
instead of
you're not being honest,
letting them have the whole bag and go through it in like 10 minutes.
I guess I don't know. I've seen a lot of Shanny, and in the past when I've seen her, because back when
he's never ever going to admit stuff like that, because then he's just as guilty. He allowed the abuse. He's never going to say it, because that will be like he's complicit too.
He would stream, and there was the kids were in the background and stuff. I remember seeing stuff before.
The next person that interviews Jason, ask Jason why I kicked him out the house. The next person that interviews
Jason, are you here?
Ask him why I kicked him out the house.
Rev, let me know if you're here
to begin with, and then go into details about it. I will definitely respond to that.
Being pretty aggressive around food, almost like a dog. And maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember Shannon being aggressive, like having food aggression.
Well, I would say that there are certain times that I would agree with you completely. There were times like, let's say if it was a food item that she was really...
Zachary had autism, and Zachary knows when he burps to cover his mouth. He doesn't have autism, and he doesn't understand it. Anyway, let's continue.
She would kind of look at, like if I had an item that she really would want, I could feel her eyes going, oh. But I think a lot of couples...
And you know what even makes it worse is the fact that she had all day to cook for her kids. She's been home sitting on her fat ass all fucking day to take care of that home. to cook for her kids. It ain't like she got a 9 to 5 and she's hustling and she got to make it home on time to cook dinner for her family, clean the house, do laundry, make sure homework is done and all that stuff. Both of them just sat on their fat fucking ass, couldn't clean the house. You got a washer and dryer. You're living in a luxury fucking apartment. Take advantage of it. Why can't you put those sheets in the wash, Shanny? Don't give me the fucking excuse, Rev, that you guys got depression. I mean, you have kids too. You got to do something for those kids. Phil, thank you so much for becoming a channel member, sweetie. I appreciate your support. Enjoy your emojis and your membership shout-outs, huh? How do you sit home all day and you can't even cook one meal? You guys, my aunt, she used to go work at her dry cleaners. Okay? My uncle would open up, obviously, 6 o'clock in the morning. She would get there by 10:30. Guess what? She would cook dinner before she got to the dry cleaners. She would get up in the morning, dinner was all cooked, stove was off, it would just sit there, and she would go. And she would come home 6, 7 o'clock. Shanny did nothing. And she says, oh, I can't wait to get out of this house. As soon as I find another place, I just can't wait to sit down. What?
Or like that rep, like the husband gets something the wife actually wanted, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a restaurant and you have a plate of fries, and the girl's like, "I want a taste of your fries."
Exactly.
Off your plate. Yeah, no, I gotcha.
I think that's normal.
No, Shanny doesn't want to taste.
But let's say
Shanny wants to ask you, "Are you going to eat those?" and take the whole damn order.
A couple times it was kind of like ravenous, like, "Oh shit, I want that." It's like, all right, Shanny, let's.
But by the way, this doesn't sound like a guy who was being abused by somebody. I want to get to this point now. This doesn't sound like a guy who was being abused. This doesn't sound like a guy who just went through a nasty breakup. This doesn't sound like a guy who
that's true.
Has been psychologically destroyed the way he was destroyed.
Oh, yeah, she said, I can't wait to sit down.
This sounds like a guy who's trying not to be so mean when talking about her. We've seen this story before. We've seen this before, where they pretended to break up and he refused to say anything mean about Shanny.
Yep.
Take my plate and I'll take yours. That's cool.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a question really like a twister here.
Okay.
And it's about you. It's for you directly. And it's about you and Shanny. Do you think that you have Stockholm syndrome when it comes to Shanny?
I did.
You did.
I absolutely.
You mean you do?
Was in a mind prison.
No,
rep.
You do have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you say you did, that would be in the past tense, but because you actually still go through it and everybody can see it, you actually are going through it, Jason. You make more excuses for that woolly mammoth than anybody I've ever met.
I was thinking that.
By the way, if anybody thinks I'm being mean,
I'm sorry.
You guys got to hear the opinions of the other Christians in the community about these two. You really got to ask some of the other people that knew these guys what we think about them. Some of them thinking that the person that Shanny used as a weapon against you guys, God, they sit there and say that, God is their personal hitman. God is the one that's actually making sure they go through this.
All right, you guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up, but I'm going to leave it right here at this mark, and we will continue watching it later. I got some things I have to do. I have to call my attorney. I have to get the mail and stuff like that. But thank you guys for coming. It's going to be a very interesting week with these two. I'm sure Shanny is going back to that house. There is no reason for her not to. It's there. They could still live there. I don't think the uncle is going to kick her out until Rev has to leave. And she's not leaving without a fight. So my guess is they're doing the mattress mambo right now. Both of them are up on that Bloody Mary mattress with no sheets, and it wouldn't be me. and he's all kissing up on her, licking her bindi or warts or whatever it is, or going down on that Bloody Mary. It's disgusting because he didn't get January's Bloody Mary because she been a loony bin. He gonna get that January Bloody Mary. All right, you guys, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so on your way out. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and checking on Carrie Board Housewife later. I'm sure she'll be streaming, but yeah, I will keep you up on latest and the greatest, and we'll finish watching this video later. Always remember to love yourself. Ain't nobody better. And be what you is regardless. And always remember, Miss Ozzy, love you. Bye.